am Sure Sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, good morning, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Man. On this, the final Monday in the month of August. Yes, a great month it is. It is the month where I celebrated my birthday. Yes, that was on the 14th of August. It was indeed a blessed time. It's always a good thing when you live to see a new day and a new year. And so we give thanks for the gift of life. Today we have breath in our lungs. And so we give thanks to the Most High God for that. All right. Welcome to the platform. It is I Am Sure Sports, and I am your host, Man. It's going to be a very good program. I know you see the topics as great world champs, marred by many bad decisions, domestic youth players not cutting it, EPL and VAR. We're going to talk about some of the EPL stuff, but there's something more important that I'm going to talk about as it relates to our Reggae Boyz. Just got this insight on matters concerning the national senior team. And just a thought that I want to share because I believe it is very meaningful and helpful, and it will make a huge difference and it will make an impact. And we're going to discuss that. And I invite you to be a part of that discussion. Our phone lines are open to receive calls, as you know, at the 30-minute mark. After 30 minutes, you're free to call in and limit your calls, if possible, to 5 minutes, and let us keep the conversation on the topics that we are discussing. You know, we don't want to be all over the place. All right. So big up everyone who is here so far. Jeremy, and I see some of you already commenting. Badger from out of Canada. Santini 876, bless up yourself. Listen, if you're on, you know the regular things to do, right? We don't normally interrupt our conversations to tell people to hit the like button, to subscribe, and to share. We do that right up front, and we say to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. All right, go ahead and do that. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share the content. I'm going to do that right now, right? So let me show you that what I'm asking you to do, I also do. All right, so I'm going to share this to 5 persons. Bam. Very simple. All right. So you can do that. Conroy Sterling, blessings to you, right? So share it. And then I'm going to share it to another 5 persons. And then we will get into our topics, hot topics of the day. All right. So bless up one and all. All right. I see Demo is here. Demo talking about Darwizi. I noticed last week when Arsenal played, he said Arsenal, man, them tea for Arsenal. I hope he realized that Trent Alexander Arnold should have been red carded. All right. I'd love to hear Demo's comment on that. And Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool should have been playing with 9 men in that game. Don't it? Don't it, people? Don't it? But I don't hear Demo talking about that, He won't. He won't talk about that. Listen, all the persons who celebrated birthdays and anniversary over the weekend, happy birthday, happy anniversary to you. All right. Also, letting you know that the Reggae girls, well, the under 17 girls, they lost their game last night to Panama by a goal to nil. If you would allow me to get you to do a couple of things right now, I need you to help me. All right. So, all right. We can't do super stickers and super chats right now. All right. Lots of you know that, right? But, Jen, only can tell something, man. Go ahead right now. And so let me put that up, right? So you can also support the channel by giving to the channel using Zelle. Or if you want to find some other means that you can support I Am Sure Sports, you can let me know. You can text, you can call, and I will let you know how you can support the channel. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. All right. Demo, who used to say Darwin Nunes not good. I think he's leading in the fantasy league, Let me see where Demo is at in the I Am Sure Sports Fantasy League for this season. Let me see if I can find that. Demo, I'm telling you, man, he is no, it is Jason who is actually leading very, very close race here. All right. So I'm going to show you, you know what? Let me post the fantasy league. I am sure it's not too late for you to join. So let me do that right now. So we have a I Am Sure Sports fantasy league that's going on. So let me show you where that is at right now. All right. So you can kind of see where the who are the leaders. All right. So some persons started a little late. That is why they are, they are not up at the top of the table. Yeah. So here we go. Let me show you what's going on. So hope you can see that, right? So Jason is actually leading, right, with 173. Demo is in second place. Nigel is in third place. More Juice FC is there. Jason is there in fourth. The Invincible, sorry, 6. Malik, who started late, is right up there. T-Got, full of talk, You see where I'm there? Way down at 8. Crazy Yardy is there in 9th, and Omar is there at in 10th. All right. So let's go. So all of the big coach them see Aldre anyway the sports. We're down at 11. All right. Imagine Karim Grant 12. Peel them United is in 13. Up top United Duckland all the way down in 14. Almost like his team Manchester. Fireball is 15. 16th is Danny G. J. Ross is at 17. Drew, oh my God, is at the foot of the table. Yo, Star, oh God. People, you see the standings. All right. So that's what's happening with the fantasy team. But some of the persons actually, um, some of the persons, are a little bit, yeah. They are, they started late, so you will see them stepping up and getting up there. But we need more people. It's not too late for you to join the I Am Sure Sports Fantasy League. All right, you can get on and join that. All right, now let's get into some of our topics today. All right, big up Peso, MPEC TV, bless up. Before we get into, because I don't have this as one of the things to discuss, but I want to talk about the Reggae Boyz a little bit. All right. Now, in September, I'm going to talk about the Reggae Boyz and the Reggae Girls. In September, I think one of the most, apart from the World Cup, one of the most important set of fixtures will be coming up in Jamaica's recent footballing history. It is the Nation League. It will be historic for many, many reasons. And we need the best players. We need the best supporters. This Nations League campaign is so critical because it qualifies us, depending on where we finish, for the World Cup like precursor, which is the Copa America joint together with the Gold Cup for one big tournament of 16 teams. You qualify for that tournament through the Nations League. That is where, if you qualify for this tournament, it is preparing you for the World Cup. It will be used to test out the venues. It will be 16 teams, groups of four groups of four, similar to what will be happening in the World Cup, similar format as the World Cup, except that there'll be less teams. All right. So here is it, people. It is so crucial. All right. So crucial. Bless up yourself, Cataract. He's asking for the fantasy league. Cataract, but the fantasy league thing is in the description of the video, you know. How am I going to do? Hold on, people. Let me see if I can help Cataract. Him not so big up yourself, Cataract. And long time Cataract not joining the show, and he was at the Chris Brown concert, so I'm just waking up. You understand me? So let me see if I can help Cataract, people, and give him this, right? And then we're going to come to that, because this is, I want you to listen to me, people, because this is important. This is important, and I want any person, any member of the GFF listening to hear management on this, right? Very, very important. So we need the people, one, to support. We need our best players. We need to see the Ethan Pinnock. We need to see the Bobby Reed. We need to see the Mariah Gray coming to Jamaica and playing. We need to see the Deshaun Bernard. We need to see the Daniel Johnson, the Leon Bailey. We need to see the Ronaldo Cephas. We need to see the Andre Blake, the Damian Lowe. We need to see our best players turning up for these two Nations League games. Turning up as soon as the international window is open. Every player must be available, and the best arrangements made for them for the preparation of this, because this tournament is more lucrative than the Gold Cup. In other words, the amount of monies that are available for qualification and participation supersedes that which the Gold Cup offer. Jamaica needs to play in this tournament. Jamaica needs to get its best players for these first two games. It will be also the first competitive home game for Coach Himir Hallgrimsson. And rightfully so, given what he did at the Gold Cup, he should be given all the necessary resources he needs to get the best out of his team and given them in time. If this is not done and we don't qualify, I think even more so than missing out on the previous World Cup, this would be one of the biggest failures of the federation. So, if money is an issue, it is imperative that the federation seek a loan to do these things in advance. Get a loan if you have to, and dedicate it to this purpose, because we cannot afford to not have our best players in the best environment to produce the best results. This tournament is very important. Now, I know that there will be many excuses and many reasons why I can't, and everybody feel like nobody can say anything because everybody know this is Jamaica, you know. Everybody know everything and nobody don't listen to nobody because everybody know already what's supposed to be done, and certain people ideas and thoughts are looked down on. But I will tell you this: if we fail here and don't listen, I don't want there can be no consideration at this present moment to even involve any domestic player in this first 2 games in September, because we don't even have a domestic competition going on now. It is on a break. The players are in preseason. Our best players right now are all playing in top leagues across North America and Europe. And everything must be put in place to get them. So I hope that all the requests have been made to the clubs. While, I don't know, we may not be able to get new additions to the team, but any player that has his Jamaican passport, that Coach Hal Grimm, I want as a part of my squad, he needs to be. Even if it means, I don't know if this will work, this is just a suggestion, even if it means to say to your jersey sponsors, advance us our next payment so we can cover this. We have to make sure that this is done. And when that money is advanced, it must be, if it is, it must be specific to this Nations League. These 2 games against Honduras and Haiti, Jamaica must win. It is incumbent on the federation to ensure that every single thing needed is put in place. Everything. The best staff, the best environment, the best players. There should be no hiccups with travel for any player. There should be no hiccups with any documentation of players getting released from their clubs. The only thing should bar a player that Coach Hal Grimson wants is injury. See, here's what. The coach is here already. Well, he's there already because I'm not there. He's there already. Ready to work. Ready to work. Make sure that everything that is needed. We cannot continue to wait until last minute to do this and to do that. The window opens after the last set of Premier League games. The EPL I'm talking about. They are on the weekend. So on the 4th. So all of these players should be in Jamaica on the 5th of September, giving us ample time, at least a day and a half. At least a day and a half to prepare for the first game. every single one of the players. The squad, I don't know, but the coach should have given you his list of players. 26, 30. It's 2 games. I don't know. Tickets must be purchased. And if that is not done, I put it to you that it will be deemed as a failure on the federation. You don't want that on your record heading into an election. So whatever needs to happen, sit down, brainstorm, and get monies forwarded. And if it means you have to go to a financial institution, put to them a proposal and say, listen, every 6 months or every 8 months or every, I don't know, we get this amount. Can you lend us this amount? And then on this day, we will give you back that. You have to do that. You have to do that. There's no way we can continue having mishaps, late preparation, players missing out on flights and players not able to come and paperwork not done it. No, we have to. This tournament is too important and too much money. We're talking over a quarter billion Jamaican dollars will be made available. And it takes money to make money. And sometimes the best way to make money is not to use your money, is use other people's money to make money for you. And then you give back other people their monies. Stuff were good at the Gold Cup in terms of arrangements and all of that. For the most part, you had hiccups and stuff. But for the most part, things, you didn't get a lot of bad press, you know. So therefore, there is a standard that is raising and lifting that it must be upheld. We cannot go back. We have to go forward. I don't know who is listening to me. Listening to me, but I think that needs to happen. All of these things, listen, people, by today's what? The 28th, by the end of this week, the squad should be named. The squad should be named. We have to get to this place that the squad is named by the end of this week, and there's a press conference. Because all travel plans and all of those things are done. Accommodation done. Staff appointed and done. Has to be. No, because I'm saying this because the fans are doing their part. You have fans who are just waiting on tickets to be on sale. If tickets go on sale today, there are fans ready to purchase. Fans putting together drummers and cheerleaders, buying cases of rehydration, fluid, and water for the game. Buying jerseys to give away. The fans are getting themselves ready. They want to come and see the Ethan Pinnock and the Mikel Antonio and the Andre Blake and the Damian Lowe. They want to come out and see the Cephas, and they want to come out and see the Demarai Gray and Leon Bailey and Whisper, whomever. The fans want to come out and see them. They are excited. They were disappointed that we didn't go to the Gold Cup final and win it because most of them believe we could. But they are still gung-ho and they're still ready to support the team. And this is like a surfer. A surfer is on the surfboard looking for the perfect wave because he knows if he misses this wave, it takes a while before the next one comes. When the surfer sees the perfect wave. He gets himself ready and he rides the wave. This is a perfect wave for the JFF to make a significant mark where the football progress is concerned with the senior team. Must be done. You have to borrow money. If you have to borrow it to get this, but you cannot not do the best job for this Nation League. It is too important. This is so big that if you look at it, Jamaica could be playing Brazil, Argentina in a national stadium. They could be because of the scope. This is how big this is. They could be playing Colombia. They could be playing Chile. You don't know. This is how big this is. Don't miss this moment because it takes money to make money. Find the money and do what needs to be done. Because if you do the right thing, money will come. If we sow the right seeds, we will reap the right harvest. So I challenge you. The federation can't complain, you know, because you can't say people out there are beat you every day. People have been so focused on the world championships that they haven't even taken on the issues of the football. So you can't say the people are negative. The girls did so well at the World Cup that probably a lot of beating that people were supposed to give it, they didn't. Not only that, the females also playing that month to qualify for the Olympics. Historic it will be if we can get past Canada. Given what they have done to make us proud as a nation at the World Cup. Listen, them should, if they were traveling in the economy, they need to go to business class. Because they deserve it, given what they have done. So, while it's a very tough time, you know, because, I mean, you have players like Cameron Simmons banging in the goals at the University of Tennessee. Big up Cameron. I mean, a lot of them, they are in. You don't know how many of them, Kiki, a lot of these girls are playing in the college system. So you don't know how many of them will actually be allowed to come and play. You don't know yet. But for those who are going to come, you have to ensure that they get the best possible treatment. The best possible treatment. Too many. Listen, you don't want a disgruntled coach. You don't want a disgruntled player. You don't want to have disgruntled staff. You have too much going for you now to do anything wrong. Sit down. Oh, they're not board meeting when? They're coming up. They're coming up weekend? Are you gone already? I don't even know. But sit down on the board meeting and pull everything together and find out how can the federation borrow money if they don't have it. Because it takes money to make money. That's football topic number one, Reggae Boyz. Do you realize even the international press is talking about Mason Greenwood and other players coming to represent Jamaica? Listen to me. There are players in the Premier League who are just right there waiting documents to be processed so they can represent. If you win these 2 games, you know, it becomes your biggest selling point. Have the great people, you know, have to take this call. It's right on the 30 minutes, and I have the great pioneer.
Oh, go on, General.
I am here. Boy, the last time you had to run, you know. I hope you have some time now.
Yeah, man. Actually, I make some time right now.
All right.
I apologize to the safety, but I had a little emergency, a little family emergency. So, I have to kind of run out in a haste. But I see your thumbnail, and I'll be interesting to hear what you think are the bad decisions that you think that helped them.
Okay. All right. Seeing that you're here, we're going to talk about people. We're going to leave the football and we're going to talk some track and field because we have Pioneer. But first, Pioneer, I will tell you this. There is one of the subscribers called Real Albala. Real Albala. He called me and he said, listen, you have a big up Pioneer. I let him say, let him listen when Pioneer talk about track and field and stuff. So he said I needed to make sure that the next time that you're on the program and I do a program that I talk about that. So I just had to share that with you. All right. But let's
all right, we're there.
All right. So let me give you from my perspective what I believe were bad decisions. All right, that affected things. Now let me give you in terms of the triple jump. I think the whole situation with Ricketts, meaning the husband, and the challenges that he had, I think that was not the best decision, given that we had so many jumpers, male and female, and high jumpers on it. And I think it affected, for some reason, I believe it affected even Ricketts' performance over the championship.
Yeah.
All right. So that is one. I think the J3A should have handled that better. I don't think it was dealt with in the best way. And I think mentally, you know, if you don't think you're treated right mentally, sometimes you do two things. One, you try to prove that you don't need people, or it affects you. You feel like, should I really be doing this? I think that had an effect.
True.
All right.
True.
All right. I had a problem with the 4x1 team. How it was set. The male first. How it was set up. I don't believe Watson has produced enough times that are better than Oblique Seville or Akeem Blake for him to have been given the anchor leg.
Who is that? Ford?
No, Watson.
No,
Watson. What I'm saying that Watson ended. Watson was the one who did the last leg, right? Ron Watson.
Yeah, man. Watson did the last leg, yeah.
Right.
He ran the anchor leg, yeah.
Right. So I believe that the setup of that team didn't give us the best opportunity, because I don't think he is the fastest of the four. I still believe.
Sometimes you don't necessarily have to use the fastest runner on your anchor leg.
Well,
that's not a given.
Yeah, I think like Oblique Seville, maybe he would not have caught Noah Lyles. But I think he could have gotten second if he was on that ankle leg.
All right. But then you now you have a discount the leg that the contribution where Civil made and his leg to get us to that position at that point. Because there's a school of thought, a lot of people feel like your fastest runner should run the second leg. And we have seen really that the US used to try to Gatlin. I remember in 2019. I remember the Jamaican 2019 female relay team. That was a weakened team because we had some issues with Elaine Thompson that year. Her being injured. We basically had to put together a makeshift team. It was Natalia White, Shelley and Fraser, who was the reigning 100-meter champion at the time and our best athlete. She ran the second leg, and in that relay, that second leg was a difference-making leg in the relay. And then we had Janelle Simit, who is not even a 200-meter runner, running the bend. And they passed and they handed off to Sherika Jackson, who at that time was not sprinting yet. She was still a 400-meter runner. And that team did very well with Shelley running the second leg. So I'm saying there are still some persons who are in track and field who think that the back stretch is a lot of times the longest leg. You can convert it to the long longest because you can receive early in the zone and pass late in the zone. So a lot of persons
All right.
are of the
Yeah,
mindset.
but
that the
didn't
best
the guy who appealed and ran in the finals of the 200 meter, he ran a blinding bend.
So you say we should include him in as
Yes,
a
yes.
stretch.
I would
as a
have
hurdle.
given him. I'd have given him the last curve going into the final leg.
All right. For me, it's still low mornings.
So
The
that's
100 meter,
yeah.
the 400 meter, 4x100 meter men's is not one of my disappointments.
All right. So that's two. I'm giving it them, you know. So that's two. We're not going to talk about the mixed relays, which is 3, right? That's 3. The 4x4 men and the 4x4 women, I have an issue with, and I also have a problem with the
Give me the issue with the women, the 4x4.
I would not have given Williams the last leg because didn't Williams also ran the mixed relays and she never did well.
But she's one of our better really. I don't think the misfortunes are the mixed relays for the blame on Williams. I think she did very well in the mixed relays. Sorry. I think the first leg.
Who are the two?
For me,
Candice McLeod made the 400 meters final, right?
Yeah.
With who?
No, she's the one sole Jamaican who was.
She's the sole Jamaican in the 400 meters hurdles. I mean, Price did well. Price did well. All right. All right. Cause I think she's the NCAA champion.
You mean Knight?
Is it Nikisha Price? Yeah.
Nikisha Price.
Yeah.
It's in the 4. She never made the final at 400 meters. She fell out at the semi.
Right, but she did a good leg.
Yeah, man, she did well.
Candice McLeod did well. I felt like
I think the weak link in that was Genevieve
Russell. There you go. I am wondering why Clayton didn't run Rochelle Clayton over because Genevieve Russell normally struggling in the relays, and this is not the first. This is not the first.
But Genevieve Russell, you see the thing though, man. Genevieve Russell ran the flat 400 at our trial, and she made the team on merit. She made the team by finishing the top 3 at our trial. She was a top 3 finisher in the 400 and the flat 400 at our trial. But there's no way that she could have been deprived and denied of space on the team.
Right. So when does performance? When does performance matter? So if I finish 3rd at the championship in the 100 meters,
in the flat 400,
the flat 4, in the flat 4, So I finish 3rd in the flat 4 at my national trials.
Yeah.
Leading up to the Olympics, leading up to the World Championship. All my times after that are poor. And next person is
in the flat 4 or in the 400.
No man. In the flat 4, I'm just speaking hypothetically. So I run whatever I run, right? But all my times leading up to the championship, because I'm trying to make the team, you know. What I'm trying to do is trying to make the team. Because there's financial benefits. I'm trying to make the team.
Definitely.
I'm trying to make the team, right? So once I make the team, you know, if my performances drop, I have a problem with when a next person is running blistering speed. And because I make the team, though they're better than me, they can be a part of a relay. Put me in the individual race.
Who are you suggesting that should be included over Genevieve?
Rochelle Clayton.
But Rochelle Clayton, we don't know what form Rochelle Clayton is in the flat 4.
What I know that she beat her in the hurdles by far.
We know that she's in 52-81 form in the hurdles, which is better than Genevieve. But that doesn't automatically translate to being better over 400.
I am saying though, it's a relay. You see, individual. What I'm saying that I should not be removed from my individual event. You know? I'm not saying that, you know? But when it comes on to the relay, I believe the better persons on form who have been the most consistent must run for us to have the best opportunity.
Like I said this to you, man. Like I said this to you, see?
Yeah.
if we removed Genevieve Russell and insert Rochelle Clayton and that leg at the 4x4, had the results been the same this morning, we lost. Because I think we lost to a superior athlete, not even a superior team. We lost to a superior. Femke Ball is a B. See? Had that happened this morning and we had lost in the same way that we lost it, the thing that would have been in the ear this morning by Genevieve Russell's camp and Jamaica in general would have been unbearable for the administrators and the management team to deal with. Because as I say again, Genevieve Russell earned her space on merit by finishing top 3 in the 400 meters. There's no way that the management would exclude her, seeing and include Clayton based on their form over 400 hurdles.
Okay.
If that had happened and we had lost, if we had one mind, it might have shown them to be geniuses. But if we had lost, the stink that would be in the ear over that situation would be unbearable for the management team.
So here's what I propose. Here's what I propose. I propose your top 3 spot in your individual event does not guarantee a space on our relay teams.
What guarantee?
The best athlete, the athletes with the best times consistently leading up to the championship. Normally they are probably going to be a top 3. But in the cases where they are not, there should be the option to remove them without it.
The question all right, man. Top your best athlete over what distance and over what event? What you're advocating now is for Rochelle Clayton to be included based on her form in the 400 hurdle, which is a different event from the flat 400. Right, Master? So it's a delicate thing, man, for us to engage in that and for the management to engage in that. As I said, I am a little disappointed. I thought with the removal of the US and with the weakening of the Polish team, which I thought would have been a threat to us, the weakening of the Polish team, because two of Poland's top 3 runners were out. I thought with that we had a glorious chance of winning the gold medal. And that chance was there up until about 97 meters. We got beaten by a superior athlete. Femke Ball has been running mid-49s for the entire year over the flat 400 meters.
One thing I know, if that was an American in front of her, she couldn't pass her. That I know.
No, and that is not true. We remember, you remember Navlin Williams. Hold on, man. You remember Navlin Williams running down, what's her name, in 2015?
Here's what I'm saying.
And passing her.
If that was an American 400 meter in front of Ball, she not passing her.
We saw Navlin Williams chasing an American and beat her in a 4x4.
Okay, that's good, Navlin Williams.
Interesting. You're saying that, man. Well, after the mixed relays, I said this to a group. I said this to a group of brethren, which I mean. I said to them, if we reverse the rules, you remember that the race that Femke Ball fell over after being in the league. I said to the person that if we reverse the rules and Femke Ball is now the hunter instead of the hunted, she would run past that American. When you are the hunted manins, as Femke Ball was in the mixed relays and as Stacey Williams was yesterday, is a different thing than when you are the hunter. You are the person now trying to catch that person. The hunter has more form, have more composure, has a greater eye as to what to do to get the job done. When you are the person being chased, you are tight, you are nervous, you're wondering. You almost want to look over your shoulder. You look up at the screen to see how close the person is to you. You're trying to maintain form. It's like it is your mental trying to stay online with your physical, and that creates fear a lot. And that is what contributed to Femke Ball falling over. So Femke Ball is obviously a better 400 meter runner than Stacey Williams. I think Stacey Williams ran a hell of a leg. She split 49.9. which is a great split for her ankle leg on a 400 meter. And it's just that she was under pressure. She didn't crumble. She didn't lose form. She did everything to stay upright and composed She did everything right, man. And like you, I'm a little disappointed. But for me, I have swallowed that pill, knowing that we got beaten by a superior athlete. Not a superior relay team, but just a superior athlete who was inspired and motivated to make right or wrong that happened to her in the first day. And for me, this is the beauty of sports, man. What happened with Femke Ball, it was almost like an ordained and a divine thing. Having fallen on the first day, cost her team. You could see the disappointment on the rest of her team's face, and the two gentlemen and the other lady that ran brilliantly up to that point to get her to the position in front in the mixed relays. And when she fell and they were huddled together, you could have seen the bitter disappointment on their face. Now, that was the first final of the World Championships. And fast forward now, our rewind from today to yesterday, to the last final of the World Championships. It was redemption for Femke Ball. Much to the agony of us as Jamaicans losing a gold medal on the last day. That gold medal would have pushed us up to second on the medal table, by the way. We ended up in fourth. So it's a disappointment for Jamaica and a disappointment for me, but it's a small disappointment. I had a bigger disappointment with the men's 4x4. I had all right, so I'm going to go to the women's 4x1 that you mentioned. I'm going to address all of the issues that you mentioned. The women's 4x1 for me was a disappointment until I heard all of the applications of the relay, the makeup of the relay team. In hindsight, no, I'm going to say this is only in hindsight, people. In hindsight, the only thing that I think could have gone different is that we could have, Shelley and Fraser maybe should have only run one leg of this relay. Natasha Morris would have made the semifinals of the 100 meters. She ran the semifinals and dropped out of the semifinals, which means she would have been an hour and a half fresher than Shelley. Shelley came back an hour after and ran the final. All right. Shelley is also carrying an injury. So in hindsight, it wasn't wise to rest Natasha Morrison, a healthy athlete, in the semi, and run Shelley and Fraser, an athlete who has been struggling with injury all season, and for her to run two legs of the relay. Two rounds. Not 2 legs, sorry, my bad, 2 rounds. We should have used the healthier athlete, and Natasha Morrison is a sub-11 runner who would have easily qualified us on any leg of that 4x1. All right, and so we should have saved, and that's all of this morning is in hindsight, because I'm sure that Shelley and Fraser being who she is, if she said, I am fit and available and want to run, saying nobody's going to say to her, Shelley, I can't run. Understand? But I'm saying, now in hindsight, when I look back at it, it's obvious that Shelley not being healthy, not being in the form that she would love to be. When we had a healthy Shelley and Fraser Price, she would run only one leg at the relays. Now we have an unhealthy Shelley, we have her run 2 legs at the relay. Saying that was not a wise decision in hindsight. Saying the other thing, that bit of information that we have been getting since that people have been speaking about the inclusion of Ilian Thompson. So we can look at all of the ramifications for that. All right, Sherika Jackson, it is known, it is said, it is a known fact in track and field circles, Jamaican track and, that Sherika Jackson, in all her life running track and field, has never had to hand off a button. She has always run the ankle leg. She ran it for VAR back in the days when they ran at Pens, and she ran it for Jamaica when we went to Carifta. She has always run the ankle leg. Since she started running for us on the relay team in 2019, as we mentioned, which was a year when she wasn't even sprinting. She was a 400-meter runner, but she came into the team as a makeshift athlete. She ran the ankle leg in 2019. She ran it again in 2021. She ran it again last year in 2022. And obviously, to all, she was going to run it again this year because it is known that she has a problem handing over the ball. Since she has never tried, I don't know if she has ever tried it, but in our senior program, she does it in the 4x4, you know. But for 4x1, which is a faster pace race, obviously, it is said that she can't manage it. Me personally disagree with it, brother man. Let me say this, because we heard the same thing about Karen Stewart at points in her career, until later in her career when Karen Stewart couldn't be the #1 person for Jamaica. I wasn't one of our best runners again. Then we saw her starting running the second leg and the third leg and whichever leg she was asked to run for the Jamaican team. So I think, and this will take me back to a fundamental point I have been making. Because the only way to get an athlete to do something that she's not used to doing or comfortable doing with is for her to practice. So it comes back down to that. But for the sake of this particular relay, it was known that Shericka Jackson was gonna have to run the anchor leg or no other leg because she's uncomfortable passing the button. So right there and then, the anchor leg was out. Shelly and Fraser Price, having her knee issues, could not run the curve. She could not start the relay because she couldn't push out of the blocks as she would want to, and she couldn't run the curve because of the obvious issue with her knee. She would have been uncomfortable running the curve. See, for me, I think the best position for Shelly has been and was the back stretch. I saw her run it in 2019, with, as we mentioned earlier, with a weakened team, and she did very well with that weakened team. That leg won us the relay in 2019. So I think even in 2021 and in 2022, when they had Ilian run the back stretch, I was advocating Mannings for Shelly run the back stretch. They had her running the curve and had Ilian run the back stretch, and I disagreed with that. So I think the back stretch was the best leg for Shelly. Ilian now, who I thought should have run the third leg, only this morning I've been hearing that Ilian still has a problem with her hamstring. And a hamstring problem is not the best for running the curve. You could very much disrupt or mess up your hamstring. We saw Asafa having the same issues when he ran for Jamaica. Couldn't run him on the curve. Even when Asafa wanted to run a 200, them couldn't make him run a 200 because of his obvious and known hamstring issues. So that meant that the only legs for Ilian to run, it was either going to have to be Ilian or Shelly on the back stretch, because Shelly couldn't run no other leg. So the only other leg for Ilian to have run is the start leg, and obviously because of the same hamstring issue, she didn't want to be starting the relays. So we couldn't have her starting the relays. So the J3s ended up with a problem of, remember, Ilian wasn't 1, 2, 3 at the trials, So it was Shericka, Forbes, and Natasha Morris, and then Shelly as the automatic qualifier who had the bye, would have been the fourth person. Had Ilian being able to run the curve, I'm sure she would have been put on the curve. But because of her obvious hamstring issues, she could not be included.
I hear all of these things, a couple of things. Ilian said that she did not decline to run in the relays.
I heard that too.
All right, that's number. Here's the problem I have. So when Ilian wins the championship, and if she says, I want to run the anchor leg so she goes to the Olympics in 2024, she wins the 100 meter and says, I want to anchor this relay. Mm-hmm. That means that Shericka Jackson cannot run there. Mm-hmm. That is what we do. So in other words, Ilian Thompson, one of the fastest women in the world, can't choose which leg she wants to run. I'm asking because how this is sounding is that Ilian Thompson here has no say in anything. So she either run what they tell her to do or she come off the team. Yeah. But Shericka can pick a leg, Shelly can pick a leg, but Ilian don't get to do that. Is that what we're going to with our track and field?
All right, come on. Let me say this. Let me say this. You realize that now the management team, with all the ramifications, I'm just point out, it is the decision is going to come down to the management team, right? It is not the athletes who are going to choose where they run. The management team has what you are saying now, the management team now are going to have to say to Shericka Jackson, is either you're going to run the third leg or you don't run. How would it look now if Shericka Jackson, being uncomfortable with passing the button, runs the third leg and mess up the button passes, and instead of a silver medal?
Yeah. So what if Ilian? No, but you're making an excuse for Shericka. But where's the excuse for Ilian? What if Ilian has the same problem? The same problem Shericka has is the same problem Ilian can have. So when you're done with the Shericka issue that she messes up, go to Ilian if she messes it up too. Don't, because any one of them can. So don't make it sound like a Shericka alone can mess up button because she's uncomfortable. Because we have also heard that Ilian is uncomfortable with receiving and passing button.
No, but the evidence not show that. We have seen her, as I just said to you, in 2015, Elaine ran a blistering curve
The
for
button
Jamaica.
issue was
and
a
we set
problem, Pioneer, with
championship.
with Brianna and Ilian. What are you talking
it was-
about? Brianna and Ilian have had button
that's
issues.
2021, and that is, I'm saying, receiving the button. Elaine Thompson on 2 occasions. In 2021 and 2022, she ran out too fast. In 2021, it was Brianna Williams passing to her.
But that
and
is
in
it. So
2022,
I'm saying that so she has an issue as well. I'm saying that she could use those to say, well, Sharika have an issue. I am the 100 meters champion. I am the national champion. I have an issue.
no, but if you notice, Mannings, in the heats, Elaine ran the backstretch. This time, I think for the first time, I saw her getting a perfect. I think she did perfectly on the backstretch this time.
No, I hear that, But I am saying,
But hold on,
no, but you're not
Mannings,
answering my question, If Sharika Jackson and Shelly and Fraser Price, as they participated, they won. If they get a choice in what leg they get to run, why is it that if in 2024, this is the question, Elaine Thompson has the fastest time in the entire world, wins the trials, win the 100 meters, she cannot say, I want to run the final leg. Why she have to go and still run the backstretch?
I don't think it is as easy
for her. For her.
Well, I know. I don't think that's. Hold on, man. Let me say what I'm saying. You know, I don't think it's as easy as Sharika Jackson and Shelly and Fraser getting to pick the leg that they want to run. I'm going to be fair to Shelly now. Shelly and Fraser Price has run every single leg on the 4x1 for Jamaica. She, even in years when she was the champion over 100 meters, she started for Jamaica. In 2008 and 2009, when she was the 100-meter champion, she started for Jamaica. In 2019, as I point out, when she was the 100-meter champion, she ran the backstretch. In 2022, when she was the 100-meter champion again, that's the last World Championship, she ran the curve. And we have seen her anchor on many of occasions.
Right,
so I don't think Shelly and Fraser. Hold on. Let's be fair.
No. So Pioneer.
Let's be fair.
Pioneer.
No, hold on.
Man, just hold on, man. I'm going to make it finish, May I take 30 seconds? Okay. Shelly and Fraser, done. You're absolutely right. Let's go to Sharika.
It's a Sharika Jackson now. And here's where the management has a choice to make. Because we saw in 2008, Jamaica had the best relay team that anybody could have put together. We had 4 women at the time who were running under 10-8, under 10-9, saying with Sharon Simpson, Veronica Campbell, Karen Stewart, Shelly and Fraser. We had 2 women. Shelly in the 100 meter in that year had run under 10-8, so she was in the 10-7 form. Because of the issue with Karen Stewart, saying we fumbled the button and fell. We never get a medal at all, in spite of being overwhelming favorite. No, the management team, in citing the problems of Sharika Jackson, now the management team now will have to make a decision as do we move, do we try? I mean, it'll come back to something I'm saying, man. I beg you, 2 minutes to reinforce a point I always make. Seeing the management staff now will have to come back to the position now of do we try and move Sharika Jackson to include Elaine Thompson with running the risk of Sharika Jackson messing up the button because she has never passed a button in a 100 meter, 4x100 meter in all her life. Seeing she has never done it. She never did that veer, she never did that character, she have never done for the national team. No, so now do we? Seeing, and I'll tell you why that even becomes a greater issue now. Give me the 2 minutes now. I have always advocated for relay practices before the World Championship. Me get beaten left, right, and center on radio over this. Me even hear one little person per year. Me see somebody in the comment section on the podcast the other day. I try to disagree with me. But I point out something that is obvious. People say we must wait until we get to the World Championships. After our athletes' individual events, then them we got to do button practice. But I point out the case with Sharika Jackson, why we couldn't even move her again. The heat was run in the afternoon session before the finals of the 200 meter. So what that means, through the entirety of the World Championships, Shericka Jackson would have gotten absolutely no time at all to practice relays. Let me say it again. From the beginning of the World Championships, and remember the 100 meter start on the second day, through the entire 10 days of the World Championship, Shericka Jackson would have gotten absolutely no time at all to practice for the 4x1 team. You know when should I get time for practice? On the morning of the finals, because her 200 meter finals was the last event, or the second to last event, and the third to last day. So the only other time she'd have to practice really now is in the morning before the finals. Could we now be asking Shericka Jackson to go practice her on the third leg with just a few handoff? But the only way we can do that or facilitate that is if we were doing that before the World Championships.
No, but
so
Pioneer, here's what is happening. Here's what is happening with you and I know. You are having a debate with me based on a conversation you have on the radio with other people. Here's the question I'm asking. Because here's because my question remains the same. You see what you just expressed about Shericka. Elaine at her best would be doing the same thing. 100 meters, 200 meters, same day heats and all of that. So I am saying, all I'm saying to you, in 2024, given the same schedule, Elaine Thompson here gets back to her best. We know at her best, she has the fastest time in the 200 meters. In the 200 meters, right? In the 100 meters.
No, she has the fastest time over the 100. Shericka has the fastest time in that 200.
Right, she has the fastest time, the second behind, what's her name? Over the 100
Shericka
meters.
Jackson.
No, man, over the 100 meters.
Yeah, man, behind Flojo, yeah.
She smashes that record. Right? Runs the 200, so Shericka wins it. And she comes a close second. Right? 2024. Why?
Yeah, man.
Why can't Elaine say, I want to run the anchor leg? That's all I'm asking, you know.
All right. So what I know is if Elaine says that and insists on it, then Jamaica is gonna be weakened by the fact that if I am one of the management person, I am not running Shericka Jackson on any leg except the anchor leg. So if Elaine is insistent that she has to run the anchor leg, and I am going to abide by that and give Elaine her wish, then for me, if I am the management, if I'm one of the persons managing the team, then Shericka Jackson does not run on that relay team. You know why? Because I don't trust her handing the button and dropping the button. I'd rather win a bronze medal with a weakened team or a silver medal than to have an athlete that is suspect running a leg and then drop the button and my team not get no medal at all. So if Shericka Jackson has not gotten enough time to practice handing off the button before the World Championships, there's no way on the morning of the finals I'm going to think that here is where I'm going to start telling Shericka Jackson now that you're not going to run the ankle leg, you're going to run the third leg. So here, go get at least 4 or 5 or 10 practice in just handing off the button for the first time in your career, in your life.
Yeah,
that is not going to work, man. Seriously, people, disaster.
At the end of the day,
you agree with me?
Yeah, no. Man. Listen, all I'm saying, I'm asking this question because they're a real question. Because personally, over the years, I believe that Elaine Thompson Hero has been viewed and treated less than our other athletes because of her persona and her. That's me. That my opinion is that I think she's viewed in a different light than Shericka and Shelly. I think she's perceived differently because of her demeanor, how she speaks, and part of it is because of her marriage. I just think like she's not given the same level of respect as other athletes, and that is because oftentimes I think her outside of track and field life is used to determine her professional application, which I think has been very unfair to her. So I think if they had a choice, they would not run her I think if we ever come down to it, she would be the one who would be left out.
All right,
That's how I feel.
I think on your screen, man. Man, I just turn on the TV and I see Travis Pessoa. Travis Pessoa, please post and tell me. You say you lose out from me. Some pronouncements. And so I'm going to ask you, Travis Pessoa, having heard everything that I just said a while ago, please tell me where somebody saying Sherika is better on the curve, so the third leg for me. And I'm going to say to the whole Jamaica again, if somebody hasn't practiced to do something, there's no way you can include them manins and have them doing it for the first time. Yeah. That would be a recipe for disaster. And it come back down to what me keep on. I say, well, the man I beat me for say, when me say Jamaican, the J3s, and let me clear up on this, because there are some little misconceptions that are being put out there in the world, which is not true. There's a perception that the Jamaican track and field coaches are averse to having their charges engage in relay practices and relay activities. It's not true, manins. Let me say this, it is not true. It is a blatant lie. Let me give empirical data that dismisses that false notion. And he who have ears to hear, open your ears and listen and hear. In 2013, when Shelly and Fraser was double Olympic champion, she was trying to get back as she had already won the world championships in 2011, was injured in 2009, was injured in 2011, and was trying to had won the Olympics now in 2012. So now she was Olympic champion, trying to get back to the top as world champion in 2013. In 2013, manins, and listen to me, manins, and listen to me, viewers. Coach Stephen Francis sent Shelly and Fraser to the pen relays. Man, me have a virgin named World Tracer work on the radio, who tells us that the pen relays is a garbage meat, and not even the top Jamaican high school athlete should go to the pen relays, Him said that, Coach Stephen Francis sent the double Olympic champion, to the pen relays to run 4x1. Not to run an individual race, to run the 4x1. And obviously, in going to the pen relays, she would have had to be practicing relay changes. So this argument to the coaches are adverse to sending their charges to relay events and to do relay practice is not true, it's a lie. You know what happened that year, manins? And this is not for the people who say if an athlete were to engage in any kind of relay practice or anything like that, it will affect their individual performance. Again, that is another false notion. In 2013, manins, for those who know, Shelly and Fraser was a double world champion. The only time in her life that she has ever won a double in the world championships, my brethren. Not only did she double, and let me give some information now regarding her performances. Up to that point, the 200 that she ran 22.01. Up until that point, that was Shelly Ann's best time in the 200 meter. That was in 2013, she ran that. After going to the pen relays and dealing with some relay thing. In the 100 meter finals, she blew away the field and ran 10.71. At the time, that was her second time. Her PB at the time was 10.70. She won 10.71 without any competition. She blew away the whole field. However, man, what make it even sweeter for me? In that Moscow World Championship, the same team that went to the pen relays with Shelly, a team of Carrie Russell, to a weakened Karen Stewart, because at that time, Karen Stewart wasn't the Karen Stewart of old, to Shilani Calvert. You can agree that those three ladies have never been amongst, two of those three have never been amongst Jamaica's top sprinters. Calvert and Carrie Russell have never been amongst Jamaica's top sprinters. And in that year, we had a less than stellar Karen Stewart. She made the 100 meter finals and I think finished 6th or 5th. To Shelly and Fraser Mannings, that relay team, having been running together all year, set a championship record in the world champion with Shelly and Fraser and Anchor. So it goes to show that coaches are not averse to sending their teams to their charges. And when we do, we get better results, and it doesn't affect athletes' individual performance. I'll give you a little more information again to Mannings. In 2015, the same Shelly and Fraser was sent by her coach, Stephen Francis, to the World Relays, my brethren, to run relay 2 months before the World Championship. In 2019, when Shelly was coming back from being pregnant and having a child. In 2019, again, Stephen Francis sent Shelly to the World Relays 2 months before the World Championships in Yokohama in Japan. So this argument that people keep on positing, say, no. what is needed, man, for me, obviously, before the World Championships, Jamaican athletes, all of who live in Kingston City, in the same little area, need to get together under the guidance of the J3s with the assistance and some assistance from their coaches and get in some relay practice. See? So we might be able now to say to Sherika Jackson, Sherika, during these relay practice, you need to learn how to receive and hand off the button. But what we cannot do, Manins, we cannot, on the morning of the finals at the 4x1, be saying that Sherika Jackson should be running the third leg when she never run it in her life, and she has, in all her life, she has never in a sprint relay handed off a button to somebody else. I think if we do that, that's a recipe for disaster, my brother.
Yeah.
Want to understand?
All right, let me just clarify. No, man, we're not blaming. I'm not blaming. Well, I don't know about anyone else. I'm not blaming anyone for the loss. My whole point in this, because Shelly is my athlete, you know. I've always rated Shelly highly, right? Sherika, you know, come from Zenton, you don't know. And but Elaine, I personally, like I said, my one sentiment is that I believe that how Elaine is viewed and treated, in my opinion, is a little less than our other female athletes.
I can agree with you, man.
And so
I can agree.
I think sometimes
with all of that said, man, with all of that said, the coaches and the administration still has a decision to make. See, what is a fact at this time in the year right now is that Sherika Jackson is our fastest woman over 100 meters. And what is also a fact, man, is that she is uncomfortable and has never ran a 4x1 where she was running any other leg but the ankle leg.
Yeah, but
so I don't think that.
Yeah, all right. No, so follow me. All right. All I'm saying is that if in 2024, because I believe Elaine at her best is faster than Shelly and faster than Sherika in the 100 meters.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Would we agree? All right.
I agree.
All right. So my argument is it should not be Pioneer that if Elaine says, listen, I want to run the anchor, that the option should be, okay, Sherika cannot run. We must find a way, and this is what I said earlier, to put our best athletes in our relays so they can give us the best results. And if that means, and if that means having, you know, let them go to the world relay and try it out, even if them fail, even if it means them go. I don't know. No, I don't know, because at the end of the day, you can still practice, and because USA had button issues, you know, in the relay, you know, the changes were not flawless, you know. If you look at it, you know.
Yeah,
but they still won. No, what I'm in other words, even the Usain Bolt, even the Jamaica male world record thing, they had issues with the button change, you know. So
not really. They didn't have issues. They had one safe pass, Blake to Bolt. That was a safe pass. That's not issues. That's just a safe pass.
Yeah, but it slows it down. It's safe, so it slows it down a little. So they could have, in other words, they could have gone faster if it were like what we see sometimes at champs with some of our top relay teams. The point I am making is that even with you know, average safe changes, your 4 fastest athletes stand a very good chance of winning. So we have to find a way of putting them on the team. And this would include sometimes, I believe that Sherika can run a blistering, like if Shelly stays, let me tell you what I believe my best team is. I believe, you know, Elaine can run the back stretch or the anchor, you know. I believe Sherika, I don't think I have seen anyone in female track and field that can run a curve like Sherika.
No, man, disagree. I think Gillian runs a better curve than Sherika. But disagree upon that.
Well, not what I see in the World Championship. Maybe before, but not in the World Championship. Even when Sherika won at had the record, the second fastest time last year, right? In Portland. It was in Portland, Oregon. The World Championship, right? It was last year.
Yeah, man. No, man. You mean when Ilian ran the you're talking about Ilian or Sherika?
Sherika, man, in the 200 meters. No, last year, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. This last year and this, yeah.
Yeah, last year, that curve was one of her best curves. This year wasn't bad either, man. When she finished the curve,
Sure.
all right. So I am saying, do Ilian do good curves? I am telling you, Sharika's fastest time is because of her tremendous curve. So I think they are close.
I disagree with that.
All right, cool. But I don't believe they're.
You
All right.
tell why I disagree? I tell you why I disagree. I think Ilian's curve in the 2021 Olympics.
All right, but Jason Guna says this pioneer. Just listen to this. These ladies are world-class athletes. To use the excuse that they have never done a button change is ludicrous, in my opinion. They can adapt and learn.
By training, by practicing Jason Guna. I saw the comment, but that cannot come Jason Guna. The point I'm making, Jason Guna, is that you cannot ask, and that is why people were beat me to insist that Jamaica need to start doing relay practices before the World Championship. Those persons are all idiots, because you cannot ask Ilian, you cannot ask Shericka Jackson to be practicing a relay leg for the first time on the morning of the finals. That won't work, because she had no other time during the World Championship, because she started participating in her 100-meter on the second day, and having lost the 100-meter, there was no way that Stephen Francis was going to have her doing relay practices in between the 100 and the 200. She would have had now to be focusing on all the rudiments of her 200-meter. And her 200-meter finals was run on the second to last day before the 4x100 meter. The 400 heats were run before her 200-meter finals. So may I say now, people, are we going to say to Shericka, who came into the World Championships with the mindset that she's going to run the anchor leg because she never run the other leg? Shericka, this morning when you wake up, you thought you were going to run the final leg, but we are telling you right now, see you're going to run the third leg. So here we go. See your button here. Go and go practice some third leg training. Go receive the button from Shelly and go hand it off to Ilian and the anchor. Is that what we are advocating now? It wouldn't work, Virgin. That is a recipe for disaster. I am saying all of these things need to be worked out before we get to the World Championship. See, listen what I say now. Let me answer Jason Guna with this. You know what Shericka has over Ilian over 200 meter? Shericka has the ability, Mannings, and people listen and learn. See, this is not like a layman opinion, may I get. This is science. Shericka Jackson has the ability to maintain, being a 400-meter runner, she has the ability, coming down the stretch, to maintain her top end speed longer than Ilian. If you were to put both of them at their best, seeing on a curve and turn a 200-meter, Ilian would come off the curve first. Seeing what would happen down the stretch is that Ilian probably would be out front, but Shericka, being the 400-meter runner and being stronger, she has the ability to maintain that top-end form for a longer period of time. So more than likely, should have run past Ilian down the stretch. That is what would happen. When you go look at Ilian's curve in a 2021 in the Olympics, that was probably one of the most smooth curve I've ever seen.
But Pioneer, I am saying to you though, Pioneer, yeah, you can say that about when Ilian did hers. In Shericka's, the fastest 200 meters time in her lifetime is by Shericka Jackson.
Yeah. And that is not because of this curve.
No, that is your.
Oh, she came out the curve first, mind you.
No. Hold on. You see, this is the problem. No. Me make a talk, you know. But
no, I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
When in that, I wish they had like the split for the curves. When even her coach spoke about it. Stephen Francis said that male, female, it was one of the best curve running he has ever seen in his lifetime. And you're going to say it is not because of her curve, Pioneer?
I didn't hear the Stephen Francis, but if Stephen Francis said, then she coached both athletes. So I'm going to listen to you.
For that, no, I will tell you that Ilian is not like Ilian. I'm saying that it's not like Ilian is far off. It's not like Ilian is very far off, you know. But I believe. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know. To me, the key to our relay success is. Yeah. I'm going to point out something. I read all the comments in the comment section, by the way. People keep the comments going. I'm listening. To Warrior 77, I don't think it's infighting, you know. Warrior 77. I don't think it's infighting because we're infighting now. This American team that just beat us, who ran the fourth fastest 4x1 in history, 41.03. See, in mind you, Jamaica has the third, 41.02. Our team that ran in the Olympics 2021. The second fastest time, 41.01, was run by the US team in 2016 at the Olympics. And the world record, obviously, as we know, 40.82 was run by the US Olympic team in the 2012 Olympics. This US team, so we talk about infighting, this US team almost had Sha'Carri Richardson and Gabby Thomas. As a matter of fact, me say Gabby Thomas' face get chucked off by Sha'Carri Richardson. See, in the relay practices that they had long before the World Championships, actually, and I think that is the difference. Who is the person who said that? Warrior 77. The difference is that this US team, Warrior 77, even though they had infighting and almost physical fighting, they were practicing 7 weeks. That fight happened must about 7 weeks before the World Championship started. And if we notice in the World Championships, Warrior 77, even though Gabby and Sharika had problem, Sha'Carri had problem, it was a smooth exchange from Gabby Thomas to Sha'Carri Richardson. That center on the way. Because if you look on the race again, no Mannings, if Sharika had gotten a smoother pass, she would have been closer to Gabby.
Reggie, the third leg, big up Sasha Lee Forbes, but that third leg was not the best leg. Let me just say that.
No,
big
you know why
up
it
that
wasn't
leg.
the best leg? You know why it wasn't the best leg? Because she had to stand and wait on Shelly. She's seeing that Shelly was struggling to get to her. Normally, she'd have run off for the running start, but she noticed Shelly struggling. So she basically had to do a standing start to receive the button from Shelly. And then having now figure build up the momentum there in terms of running off. Had she run off, Shelly probably wouldn't even have had the strength to get to her because of the leg. So she had to, she started at a disadvantage. And then she was on the outside of Gabby. So that means that Gabby had the advantage of using the inside leg to get away from her a little bit. Since so we have to give kudos. I put no blame. Ironically, man.
No, man, we don't blame nobody. We just discuss. Listen, great performance in the team. The overall performance of the team, lots of surprises. All the athletes. I respect what Shelly do. I'm glad to see Sasha Lee Forbes. Brianna still got to run and stuff. You understand me? Some it's not. We're just discussing this thing. No, this, but I'm going to stick to this one thing though. I personally believe that Elaine is viewed differently than.
Let's not dwell on that too much. Let me answer Demo J9 on the thing. Demo J is saying, why can't people admit that the US are better? Why it have to be the athletes should run or shouldn't run? All right, listen to Demo J. If we examine it in its merit, I'm keep on. I said this: the US do not have better athletes than us. It's not true, Demo. Make we look on last year, for example. Not this year, not 2023. Let's look at 2022 when we lost to the US team. That US team, Demo, did not have one woman who finished in the top 5 at the 100 meters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 100 meter Demo last year didn't have one US athlete. Also, Demo, in the 200 meters. The US never have one athlete in the top 5 of the 200 meter Demo. So in none of the sprint events, Demo, did the US 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last year. We, on the other hand, Demo, had 1, 2, 3 in the 100 meter and 1, 2 in the 200 meter. So we had the 3 fastest women in the world last year, Demo. And the US beat me in the 4x1 with us running off 3 fastest women at the relay. So this thing about the US is better than us is not true, Demo. Let me examine something else again, Demo. The world record over 4x1 is held by a US team that included a girl named Tiana Bartiletta, who at the time was running 10.85, Alison Felix, who at the time was running 10.89, a girl named Bianca Knight, who at the time never broke 11 seconds in all her life. See, so none of these 3 women who were on the first leg in America was running under 10.8. 10.85 was the best time. None of them ever run under 10.85. What's your name? Run 10.78 at a different time. Bartiletta. She ran 10.78, which is a PB, but at the time never run under 10.85. They finished to Jetta, who was a 10.7 runner. So the only 10.7 runner on that team, Demo, was Carmelita Jetta. Look, juxtapose that against the Jamaican teams we are talking about. Last year we had 2 men who had the ability to run 10.6, one who could run 10.7 and one who could run 10.8 in Kemba Nelson. And the US beat we. and we not get the world record. So we had three women who were running under 10.8, and one who did run 10.8. So, and we still lose to a US team who never have a top 5 finisher at the 100 or the 200. Well, how do we account for that? We account for that by the fact that we, Jamaica, have been negligent, because we have this notion in our head that, listen, we are run really from where they are high school, right. So we should have known.
Right. But Jason Guna is saying, but Carla, how you explain Italy winning last year then? You can't just use athletes. Who is the most?
Practice. Go look at the Italian team and look how them run together, how them pass. That is practice. Mannings and Jason Guna, the Italian team is the perfect example of what practice does in a relay. The Italians are Olympic champions, and they also beat us this year. They never have one man in the 100-meter finals, brother, and we had 2 and them beat we. You know why? Because these 4 Italians have been practicing together since 2020. They have been running together, practicing together. So it is practice. That is how you become. For a little boy here, that practice becomes perfect. This Italian team is the perfect example of what can happen when a relay team practices a lot together. You know, not one man in the 100-meter finals, seeing, and still them beat a Jamaican team who had 2 men in the 100-meter finals. You don't need no greater example of why relay teams need to train together than to look at the Italian team. Being together since 2020, they are Olympic champions and they are World Championship silver medalists, edging out Jamaica for the silver medal spot. If that cement my argument.
So maybe what we need to do, because a lot of these top athletes will not be able to have the kind of practice. Maybe we need to find, like, maybe we should have had, like, somewhere for a fact, like Brianna, some of the athletes who are not going to be participating in flat out events to really practice the relay and run it.
And someone else, let us examine that way. I say, Shaka Richardson was a 100-meter champion. She was practicing relays before the World Championship. See? She lives in Houston. She lives in Texas. See? A couple of the U.S. athletes live in Florida. Some of them live in California. Those of us who know the U.S. know, say, the distance between California, Texas, and Florida is a whole big old landmass. Thousands of miles. See? Now let's juxtapose that against our Jamaican position. All of Jamaica's top athletes live in Kingston City, a little place where don't even 30 miles from, there's no place in Kingston that is 30 miles from any other place. And all of our athletes live in Kingston. They also train in Kingston. Now, Mannings, all me I say now, in April, most of our athletes are in Jamaica training in April. See? Once a week in an afternoon.
But you don't know that they're going to make the team, so how are you going to have them in practice?
Hold on, man. No, but you going to the US do the same.
No.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me tell you, the US, I'm soon run left between the man. I didn't even want to say some more about this thing, but I have to run left soon. See? The US, man, don't know who is going to be on their team when they start the relay practice. You know what they do? They take their top 12 female sprinters, who them know say 6 out of those 12 are going to be on the team. Now, I'll give you an example, man, of what I say. The little youth named Kearns, who ran the curve in the finals this year from the US. Never run for an individual team in this World Championship. But due to what they noticed in relay practice, they realized that him is the best curve runner. He ran the heats and he ran the finals. Go back to Bianca Knight, who I mentioned, who never broke 11 seconds.
No, he didn't run the finals. He just ran the heats.
Huh?
He never ran the finals. He just ran the heats.
Kearns on the finals,
no,
he didn't.
No, man, it didn't run, man.
Mannings, are you running me down, Mannings? It was.
Who started it?
Yes, sir.
Who started it?
It was Stan Coleman to Fred Curley to Kearns to Noah Lyles in the final, Mannings. It means that Kearns are in the final. He ran the heats and the finals, Mannings.
Okay.
It was Kearns who ran the third leg. And this you never run an individual race in the World Championship. I'm going to say it again, Mannings. Listen to me, I say to you again. Bianca Knight never make an individual team in 2012. See? Jennifer Tamo was 4th in the 100-meter and she was 4th in the 200-meter. I don't even remember that dispute with her and Alison Felix as to who should make the team when they had a dead heat and they gave Felix the spot. See? Jennifer Tamo ran the heats them use Bianca Knight in the finals because guess what? They realized from practice, from training session, that this was the woman best on the third leg. And they stuck with her and them have a world record for show feet. If Jamaica, before the World Championships, we have an idea of who our top 12 sprinters are, man. Get our top 12 sprinters together once a week, once a week, for maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks leading up closer between April and May. So we have an idea of who is what, who likes to run where, who passes good to who runs the best and which leg. That is how we are get the chemistry, right, my brethren?
All right.
Sin.
All right, we're going to have to pick up on this because I know we have to run so quickly. What do you think about Noah's statement about world? They're not no champion of no world. Talking about LeBron James and KD and.
Yeah, all right. All right. What is it? In a theory, he's right. In theory, the NBA is not the world championship of basketball. It's not. In theory, he's right.
So who is bigger?
However,
Noah or KD?
No, hold on, man. No. But what is undeniable? What is undeniable, man, is that the best and most talented basketballers in the world play in the NBA. So whilst Noah is saying what he's saying, because if in that case, what we would need to do is to go to the FIBA World Championship and pick whoever win the FIBA World Championship and say they are world champions. See, and obviously we know that the US win the FIBA thing enough a lot of times, but they don't send even their fourth tier basketball. Not even the fourth tier of US basketballers go to the FIBA Championship. The top tier no go. Steph no go, LeBron no go. See, so in essence, what Noah is saying is right. But what I think Noah, I think Noah just shoot himself in the foot. Because Noah is on a quest to get more. I think his statement was at him getting more popularity US in our market, in our sport that is, the interest is dwindling in America, see? So for him to come out and try to rub people the wrong way, I don't think that was the best route for him to. But as I said, in theory, what he said, man, is right.
Demo is saying that they play against the best in the world. And he said a Serbian just won MVP. Yeah,
so that's I'm saying the best basketballers in the world playing in the NBA. That is undeniable. See, and if we all go by Noah's statement, then we have to go to the FIBA when they have the Olympics, whichever team plays in the Olympics. And we also know that the US don't even send their best players to the Olympics and they oftentimes win. So as I say, Noah kind of, I think the adrenaline got a little bit to Noah's head and him kind of speak out of turn. Because I don't know if Noah is trying to stir up some controversy to get some more attention onto himself. And so when him go at the Olympics next year, if him should have the fortune of probably trying to break a Usain Bolt record, then obviously America will have already known who he is by referring to him as that bridge, they made the controversial statement last year. So I don't know if that is Noah's quest or what his intentions are. But I think it's a little bit unfortunate. And obviously, sir, when you step into the realms of offending basketball players and NFL players in America.
Well, Durant, you know that Durant must respond. That's Kevin. At some point, Kevin Durant is going to respond.
Yeah, man. When LeBron got invited, so KD will come on. So, make Noah do Noah things. Noah try to stir up a little thing and get some attention. Yeah, Triple E, right? Triple E. And if this is Noah's way of bringing some attention and some drama to him thing, then somebody said
that KD already did, because I know KD don't take those things lightly. But also, I mean, what do you think about the Nigerian who was interviewed, I think, by some journalist from Ireland, and even though she responded to Spencer Darlington, if a Jamaican responded that way, how would it have been received? I don't know if you saw.
I'm not aware. Tell me, I'm not say it. Tell me. I didn't watch everything in this World Championship.
Oh, she went as far as calling the Irish guy racist. And she used,
I didn't hear.
She used an expletive.
Yeah, but man, just see in these events, in these world events, and you see sometimes personally, I don't pay attention to every other. We live in a world now, man, where because of the media and obviously the presence of social media and other forms of media, everything that is said is blown up and amplified. See, me personally, I don't give credence and credit to every little thing that is said, because people in the heat at the moment, people in the heat of battle. Everybody, people have them own world views. People have them own people have them own thing we are going inside of them. You understand what I say? But so people are going to respond and say what they want to say. So, but we can't nitpick and psychoanalyze and analyze everything that is said by every other little person. You see what I say? So, for me, some of these things me avoid and ignore. I don't get into them. Me hear some of them and don't even choose to respond. But as I said, we live in a world that media is looking for the next story to sensationalize. So every utterance from every little athlete in every little corner will be picked up and blown up. I mean, I really agree with that.
All right.
That is not my way.
All right. So, yeah, man. I know you have to leave, so we're going to pick up on some of this tomorrow again. Same time.
All right, no
we'll
problem. But say congratulations to our athletes.
Yeah, man.
For me, all in all, it was a good world championship for Jamaica. We had some disappointments as we are discussing right now. But equal to those disappointments, we had some
surprises.
Some surprises that we're talking about Antonio Watson at the 400. We're talking about Daniel Williams. We're talking about the gentleman in the long jump. See, and for those athletes who missed out on medals, we're talking about Tamar Distin in the
high jump.
In the high jump.
Achilles Smith.
We're talking about Achilles Smith. We're talking about Thomas Dodd in the shot put.
Hall in the discus.
Jamie, you know, man, I was saying that we're not participating in the hammer, but to my surprise in watching the hammer, there was a Jamaican participant in the hammer.
Yeah. Adele Tracy also did well.
Adele Tracy, how can we not mention Adele Tracy? Running a national record in the 1500 meter and running 2 PBs. Running a PB to make it to the at the 800 and running another PB in the finals, Bridget. We have to lift our hats up.
But your favorite at least last man, surprisingly.
Who that?
Akinmu.
Who that? Yeah, I think obviously she's not at her best this year. And the standard at the 800 meter was very high this year, very good. Evident by the fact that our Natalia Gould didn't make the final. So the standard at 800 meter is high, but all in all, from a Jamaican perspective, I think we did well. I think it augurs well. We as I said the other day, man, we are now truly a track and field nation. I'm looking forward to next year's Olympics with great excitement. I'm looking forward to our athletes doing well at the Olympics next year. I'm sure that those who had disappointments this year will be motivated and inspired by coming back from those disappointments. And I'm sure those who did well this year will be also motivated to rise to the occasion and stay on top. So, for example, Daniel Williams would want to know that she has been world champion before, but she has never even gone to the Olympics before.
That hurdles qualifiers will be difficult at the trials as well, because Brittany Anderson
coming back and all these youngsters. So I'm sure Daniel will be motivated to say, listen, I am world champion. I'm going to put in the work in the half season to not only make the Olympics team, but to go to the Olympics with a view of medaling or probably even winning. So that says to me, boom, I'm sure a young Antonio Watson will say, oh, I'm no world championship. The Olympics is the big stage. Let me go and show them what I got. Show them that this was not a fluke. Those gentlemen in the long jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. They will be wanting young there. We have Tajay Gill coming back from injury. So we have great things to look forward to. And our sprinters.
And Hibbert, you also had Hibbert who, Jaden Hibbert who,
number 1.
Yeah, was just injured. Yeah.
Misfortune of getting an injury. We'll definitely be looking forward to the Olympics. So we can, as Jamaican track and field fans, let us just swallow our disappointments, rejoice in our victories, and look forward to the future with great anticipation and great optimism. As I say, so that is great.
Yeah, man. All right, Pioneer. Yeah, man. Respect. You understand? So tomorrow we can pick up on some other things.
Definitely. Yeah, and I might be in studio. I should be in studio tomorrow. So we'll do an exclusive World Championship review tomorrow while I'm in studio.
Right, but you're gonna be in the studio where at, because remember, say I'm not at the studio,
Oh, you're not there at the studio.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
I think you'll have been back. I think you'll have manager. I'm serious. You're gonna be back tomorrow. But
Wednesday. Maybe on Wednesday. Right. Yeah, man.
We'll do a World Championship review with me out of studio. This was just an impromptu call because I realized that you were on talking about the World Championship. So
Yeah, man.
tomorrow we'll do a shot World
Yeah.
Championship review, my brother.
All right, blessings.
Sin?
All right then, Pioneer. All right, there you go.
Dig up the
Yeah, man.
the
Yeah, man. That's Pioneer. All right, so let me just get back to some of this now. All right. Uh, yeah. So, um, all right. So let me get back to some football thing. I need to talk to the football stakeholders, right? Football stakeholders. Jamaica have no organized, consistent youth football for women. Period. What we have is high school football. There's only one academy I know of in Jamaica that caters to female football development. Reynolds Academy. Oxford, near Oxford. So, if we are going to qualify for youth tournament in this present time, the majority of our female youth footballer must come from spaces where there is consistent development. We cannot depend on the domestic young female players to qualify us to major tournaments. Every now and then, we will have one or two good talent coming up, and that's good. However, that does not constitute a team. We have many Jamaicans who live outside of the geographical borders that play competition, female I'm talking about, yearly, meaning 9 months of the year, they're active playing. They also are in academy setups where they go through consistent training and preparation to develop the fundamentals. It is necessary, therefore, that when we have these youth competition, because qualification is so important, we need to get as many of them as possible. There is a consistent pattern where for the last set of youth tournaments, if you check the numbers, male and female, there has been 5 to 6. Now, Federation, you need to view this and look at this. It is suggesting to the layman or the layman out there that you have implemented a quota system where no matter what, you are not taking no more than 5 or 6 players who live outside of Jamaica. That's how it looks. Even though you know that the players domestically are not at the level to produce the results. Tell me the female team at the youth level that has qualified for any of the global competitions. The last youth team was, I think, 2001. That's 22 years ago. And that was a time when we had a decade of great generational talent where we qualified for U17 and U20 and also for senior football. Do you hear me? What is management saying? It is full-time people. Full-time people. It's full-time. Like, And listen, let me just say this because I'm an optimist. So big up to the young ladies who played. But honestly, big up to you, Bradford, and his coaching staff. Honestly, I watched the U17 and I watched the U14. Like the U14, it was bad. It was bad. And it's not the little kids. I call them kids. And it's good that they can travel. Football, technical people, parish presidents. I know you want to see the little girl from your parish in the national setup. I know you want to see the little boy. But just imagine with me, if we got the best U17 talent and the best U20 talent, and we begin to qualify for U tournament after U tournament after U tournament after U tournament, what will happen in terms of financial resources and opportunity? Imagine if we begin to take some of these young people, some of these young players from Jamaica to North America and England to begin to play and stuff. It argues well, but we cannot jeopardize qualifying for these tournaments because we want to expose domestic youth who are not at the place yet. Yes, you will find, you have some good young players. You have the Adrian Reed. We just saw the Kyle Miles. You have some good ones. We see the Giovanni Taylor. We see some good ones, and they must be a part of it because they are good enough. But where the others don't matriculate to the CONCACAF heights, where they will not be able to beat the USA and beat the Mexico and home and away, we have to find talent. No, I want you to understand me, because it doesn't mean that every player that plays outside of Jamaica is better. I'm not saying that because, listen, there are some players who are playing in Jamaica. I think Giovanni Taylor, for example, is better than many players who play in other places in Europe at his age and in the States. So this don't apply. This is not a general rule. So I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that nobody who plays football in Jamaica is not good, because I know we can be very extreme in our views. The point I am making is that it is time that we begin to look at what and who are the best group of players to get us to qualify. We cannot keep on having our youths meet for 10 days and for 14 days to play a competition. No team right now in Jamaica should be playing any youth tournament not having 20 and 30 games under their belt. That's what the Mexicans and the Costa Ricans and the Panamanians and the Dominican Republic and the Americans and the Canadians are doing. We need to find ways of getting our youngsters traveling and playing a lot of games. Years. So the under-17 team should be in preparation right now for the next under-17 tournament playing games. So to the under-20 and the under-15. Male and female. And if it means partnership with people outside of Jamaica, we have to do it. This is where it is important that we partner with the diaspora to get these things happening. We cannot keep doing the same thing over and over. We have to make some changes. Yes, I know that there are people in Jamaica who believe that local, domestic players must this. Let me tell you this. Ronaldo Cephas is an example. You cannot find a youth team that Ronaldo Cephas played on at the national level. And look where he is at. I'm going to tell you again. If you are good, you will be spotted by scouts who will take you out. Tell me which youth team Trevante Stewart played for in Jamaica. Look where he's at. In other words, our players in today's world don't need national selection to make it into Europe. They don't need it. All they need is a good agent. Yes, check. Tell them if they are going to call Kevin Cohen, I see the leader, call in, man. Call in, leader. Because this is an issue. Let me tell you. Listen, leader, you're not people. The comments that I'm about to share are those of the leader. He goes by a next name that I will not call. He said, Moss in capital. Oh, and the leader is calling. The leader. What is man? The leader, go ahead, talk to the people. What you say about use overseas coaches as the locals have interest in high school teams? Talk to me, leader. Welcome to the show. Listen, hey, leader, listen, leader, you see, before you go any further, let me say this. People, Rudolph Speed, me I go big you up today. You see, Cavaliers, I want to big up Cavaliers. Do you know that Cavaliers have the youngest team, average age team in all of CONCACAF professional teams, like club team? And for a young team like that to go and play against the top team in Trinidad with even high school footballers and did as well as they did, I don't think they get enough credit. So I have to big up Cavaliers and Rudolph Speed. I want to do it when he's not on the program now because I don't want people to believe that it is because he's on the program. So Mr. Speed, wherever you are, big up yourself because that is commendable. All right, leader, go ahead. Hey, people, listen. Hold on, leader. People, please hit the like button. No, leader. Hey, people, no, come on, man. Hit the like button, leader. You know that me there here in almost 2 hours. I know what? 48 likes, leader. Me not like what go on. People, hit the like button, people. And remember, you can sell it because the super stick and the super chat not working. So go ahead and do that. Leader, your time.
Anyway, okay, quick. I see a big up Rudolph, but you have to look at who give some of them, the ammunition to work with, But as I say, big him up, right? You can't do it unless you have, good seeds to basically plant to get the right things to come out of it. But anyway, it's not about that. I see you mentioned that we can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results, right? I saw, let's say, somebody that is in charge of my academy made a little post on the girls under 17, and he said, boy, they were let down again, right? For me, as I agree with you that we can't keep doing the same things and expect different results. However, I've seen them trying to make the change, but the problem is that you can't keep saying, okay, if you're going to make, say, wine, and you try to change the method, if it's the same person making the wine, and you tell him, say, look here, instead of you aging it for 10 years, you're going to age it for 20 years. But because he was doing it wrong all along, but sometimes you have to change the personnel to get a different result also, right? Because the idea where they want to have these extended things, you also have problems. And let me just make it straight here. Any coach listening, I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm not fighting a local coach. Okay, I made a statement like this once. I'm going to get a call right after I come out by a couple of people in national things say, boy, I'm fight against a local coach. I do have no power to appoint coaches, but my opinion is that because coaches are involved with high school teams, especially at the youth level, there's an inherent bias sometimes in selection. It might not be a big thing of 10 players, but sometimes, you know, Mannings, it's like I put you in charge of a team and you have a little youth down by Mannings there who, you know, you have a soft spot for anything, you want to give him a little exposure. You know, you have 22 players, but you want to fit that little youth in from Mannings into the team. So you fit him in. But, you know, they had like a couple other players that were actually better than him, right? So we need to reach there where a coach knows, say, you know, it's not just about a one player or is a country you're looking at. So you can't do no favors for nobody. I tell people all the while, you know, that for me, when I'm involved in teams, right? Well, I can tell you this in particular. Practical situation. I have had been involved with a team, a club team, my own club team, right? And they were to go to a tournament in Cayman. And I remember one is better than one, right? But I was the person that was going to help to make part of the
one is
decision.
better. One is better than the other.
Right.
Because
Okay.
one can be better than one. Because one is one. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyway,
Leader, you're right. You're not right for the observer, man. You talk them kind of English there.
Anyway. So I remember I came under pressure, right, from a wife and his mom to say, boy, you have to make him go in or you can't make one go. I said, no, can't work. Not going to happen. And I stood up and I made sure, and it didn't happen. Boy, shot locked on me for a while, you know. And thing. But it's my principle that I don't cut corners with certain things. Any decision I'm going to make, I always look for the best, no matter how it is. So it's not everybody going to do it. Everybody might want, even that, I suppose if I was in a situation, similar situation with having influence with a national team, maybe I might want to squeeze a player into. So sometimes we need that like a neutrality of a coach who coming in, seeing them with some sort of a fresh eyes and pick. That is one of the first things we need to do because we have a couple of teams that didn't fairly well, but maybe having a one or two players in there would have made a difference. So maybe one of the things we need to go to is have like some people that go around and scout and help with the selection, right? Before even the coach sometimes get involved, you know, some sort of neutrality there that do that aspect. And then now we have these long camps. And then we you know, because let me tell you, even if somebody, I've seen them pick youngsters already, you know, for youth teams, and the youngsters are good. But after a long time together and so on, you know, the show up and they're really not good. You know, other coaches get vexed when they get dropped out. So, but, you know, cream always rises to the top. So this is the first thing, as I said, for local coaches, is few of them going to be able to take out that part because most of the local coaches are connected with high schools. Most of the young youth coaches, they are connected with high schools, and that is where I see a problem with that. You understand? So when we can get around that, we'll be there. We're doing better though. I see what we're doing.
All right, so let me give you my opinion. All right, here's what I think. All right, I think there is some compromise or some conflict, and I understand it. You know, I understand it. Here's what I want to. I understand. I understood that if I coach a player, I am going to think he's better than other players who have not seen because he's a player that I have seen, though I haven't seen the others. I understand it. All right? So, we need a coach and we need scout, like you said, who are seeing all the players in their environment who can make proper evaluation. I also think like a lot of the coaches, and I don't let me say this: progress has been made in terms of the coaching. Lots of progress have been made in terms of the coaching. I think our coaches, for the most part, have grown and they have gotten better and they will continue to grow. But I still believe that there is a lacking experience. And while they believe that if they play more games with the teams, they will get more experience, I think them working with someone else. Like I think you, Bradford, if one of these coaches work with you, Bradford, over time, just like Xavier Gilbert is working with Lauren Donaldson and Marion Garden is working with Coach Hal Grimson, I think like those kind of things will help them to improve over time and get better. They also need to coach outside of the space that they are in, because that will lead to better selection. But here's what I'll tell you. I do not believe that we can select good enough girls at the U17, U20, U15 level from Jamaica who can qualify for any tournament. They can be Jamaicans, but not from Jamaica, because we do not play enough female football. We do not have enough female academies developing female footballers for us to have competent players to perform at that level. It does mean in the interim, maybe we need to get players from outside of other markets to bring who are Jamaicans, because we do not do enough. We cannot use schoolgirl football to play against girls who are playing football for 9 full months, 5 days a week sometimes, and believe that somehow we are going to be competitive enough with a coach who has just coached in this space to beat them. The same thing is happening with our players. I think though we have talent, I don't believe we play enough football to use the players from Jamaica themselves to do it. We need other players. And this does not mean that all the players outside of Jamaica are better, because like I said, I think Andre Reed, there's some talent that has come up who are really, really good. Adrian Reed, I think, is a top talent. Kai Miles is a good talent. Taylor, good talent. And there are many others. That centre back named Dixon, good talent. So we have spotted some good talents. I think it is Busy Sister who played in the under-20 team at centre forward. Good talent. So you will find Buckley is her name, the little midfielder from Excelsior. Good talent. So you will find some good talent. Those good talent need to know play more regularly, and what you need to do is probably bring them on tours on a consistent basis, because there's no way we are going to be properly prepared depending on schoolgirl and schoolboy football, which is, if you go to the finals, maximum 3 months. If you get knocked out of the first round because your school don't have enough players, especially schoolgirl footballs, you play a maximum of 6 games for an entire season. And then you get selected to go and play against a girl who, at your age, she has over 150 games. How is that going to work? That is the issue I have. So I'm not trying to beat down. I'm not trying to beat down on the talent. All I'm saying that the maths don't add up.
Marlins, make a look at something here. Quick. The women's team that qualified for its second successive World Cup, the makeup of that team, right? Percentage-wise, how many of those girls actually came out of Jamaica?
Well,
and then look at I think the composition of that team is a nice template that they need to look at, because you will get some talent coming out, but you know, if you look at it, it's several continents, you have some from the Caribbean, you have some from North America, you have some from Europe, in England. That I think is actually, 2 continents.
But listen, all right, Bonnie Shaw was good in Jamaica. Trudy Carter, they were good in Jamaica. Like I said, that you will spot Jody Brown was good in Jamaica. Blackwood was good in Jamaica. So you will find talent. But those girls, even in and of themselves, if they were playing with other girls who were locally playing, they would not have qualified as good as they are. There you go. So our best talent mixed with domestic players will not qualify.
because the rest of the domestic players, listen, how many games Jody Brown has now played? If you check Jody Brown's age compared to the girl who is living in Jamaica playing football, she has probably tripled the amount of games that she has played. So here's the truth. Now, again, I will say this: there are talent is everywhere. So we have talent. There are some good talent, but talent is not good enough to qualify for global tournament. Players need to be playing 9 months of football. And until we can get there, we need to have a greater mix and merger. Until our coaches start operating in different spaces, some of them need to take up internship, I believe. So I believe you're going to coach at the national level. When you are not coaching at the national level, take up internship outside of the space of Jamaica to learn some stuff in that time. Go to some place in North America. Attach yourself with one of the clubs that are Reggae Boyz at Tulsa or Cincinnati, or you know, see if you can go somewhere over there in England and talk to Wes Morgan and connect there. Go to somewhere. Go to Belgium. Go somewhere and go to Netherlands. Go somewhere and get connected. This idea again. And I'm not discounting the players who are domestic. Ronaldo Cephas left. And let me come back to it again. Let me come back to this. All right. In this present time, you don't need to play any football in the national team to make it into Europe. You don't. A good agent can move you from Jamaica to Europe. Kenroy Campbell, has he ever played for Jamaica in a competitive game? No. And he's in Europe.
Yes. He actually did have a one game.
In a competitive game or in a friendly?
Competitive? No.
That's what I just said. Friendly.
Okay.
Trevante Stewart, friendly. Ronaldo Cephas, not yet.
None.
There you go.
Let me make a quick point on Cephas there, as you're at Cephas.
Oh, hold on. Let me just Rob Simit. Come on, man. We're not blaming. We're not blaming. Listen, Rob, I could tell you from before that we're not going through. I'm not blaming anybody. I commended the young ladies. I'm bringing up a topic that is very important for the development of football. I can't blame them. They were not prepared enough. I guarantee you, Rob, that before this, none of these girls have played 50 football games, competitive football games. The ones who are domestic, they have not played 50 competitive football games before this tournament. That is what I am talking about. So whatever other conversation they can take on the people in the comment section, because I'm having a different conversation. But leader, go ahead. I'm going to let it wrap up, because then I need to deal with the EPL and the VAR, because Demo need to come and explain to me why Van Dijk and Trent Alexander weren't red carded. Go ahead, leader.
Okay, one thing I was going to say is that Cephas, he is almost an anomaly in development, because I remember I had made a post and a status about when he was to go and talk about the development fee that the clubs would get. And somebody from one of those clubs, a player, called me and told me that, Mr. Maxwell, you know that such and such club never really do anything. They made him get games, but they never really do no coaching there to coach him. It was until a certain coach at Charlie Smith got him that he actually started learning. And this was when he was 18, right? Going 19, 1 year. Basically, that coach had him, and that coach moved him over into Arnett. And I think the coach had for roughly a year to almost 2 years. And then after that, I think COVID came, then he moved in with another coach. So it's basically almost a 3-year thing, you know. He's one of those late bloomers, like the other guy from my club there, Colin Anderson. They are late bloomers, because imagine if we get these guys getting proper coaching from that younger level coming up, because that good exposure. Because Cephas, you know, still learning on the job. He is going to be a tremendous talent. When I saw the first match that he played the other day, I was shocked in that level. I said, but hold on, in dealing with them the same way he normally deal with them at the other league, so he has not touched his peak as yet.
And
But
the reviews, I mean,
want to fix it.
if you talk, I
Mhm.
mean, I've talked to persons who watch league in Turkey who are Europeans, and they are saying, I mean, they use expletives to describe how fast he is, man.
As I said, once he gets that other aspect in, and I've noticed that Colin Anderson, I know him play one game already, and same thing. This, people talk about it, but believe me, the pace, you can't teach that. You teach other things, and then you go from there. But anyway, Mannings, I move on. Dating and long time I don't go a show. So
Yeah, man. Talk to the
man,
people.
I just
Them,
put in my
talk to
2
the people.
cents.
Talk to the people them about the big event Thursday, man. How you move, sir?
It's more than one, I can do it. And let me start with Wednesday first. On Wednesday, Kasafa having their under 13, under 15 semifinals. I think Cavalier has 2 teams in there. There's also Real Mona, Constant Spring. It's Liganese in there, which is ballers. It's going to be very exciting seeing how these youngsters do. And then now on Thursday, the big matchup is going to be there where, Cavalier, has host another team from Trinidad, that's going to be coming here in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. And by the way, there's this thing, I don't know if you have mentioned it, that whichever Jamaican team, whether it's Cavalier, Dundee, or Harbour View, if they win the Caribbean Cup, do you know what the big aspect that's going to come out of it, man?
No.
They're going to the round of 16. Do you know who the team they're going to play in the round of 16 is?
It's not
Miami FC.
It's not one team.
No, man. No. They will face Miami FC. I'm not guessing on this.
Yeah.
Simon made me know. Miami FC, Lionel Messi. And that means Lionel Messi in Jamaica for at least one of those matches. Just think about it. All those players from both teams, Cavalier, Dundee, and Harbourview, we need one of you to take home the championship. We need it because we want to fill the stadium. That's all I'm going to say.
You want a Jamaican team play against
Miami FC.
Miami FC is different from Inter Miami. Hold on.
Sorry,
Inter Miami and Miami FC are 2 different teams.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, right. So basically, that's what we're basically looking at, right? Because I already heard that already from Simon. He told me, messaged me, and said that, look here, what that basically means is Lionel Messi in Jamaica. That's his basic thing. And as I say, I think we want people to come and support the match that's going to play Thursday. It's at Sabina Park, right? And any other matches that are here for the various teams, because Premier League not starting until October. Support the 3 Jamaican teams because this is bigger than the Premier League. A lot of people not even thinking about that. It is bigger. Okay?
All
so
right.
that's it, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
Look more.
All right. Best of leader.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right. That was the leader. All right. Yeah, man. Well, what is the condition of the National Stadium? All I know is that whatever the condition is, Jamaica will be playing 2 games up there. So they better make sure they fix it up. All right. So people, let me ask, let me just go because I'm going to come back to this domestic thing. We have around 60 minutes to go. Again, if you have not yet hit the like button, go ahead, hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. All right. We have big things. We have Marlon Gilbert Roberts, Adidas agent to Jamaica. He'll be on this Friday, right? We had to put it off, so he's going to be on this Friday of business to sport or B2 Sports. He's going to be on with us talking about the Jamaican Adidas connection and how big that is, how global the brand is, and what we can expect in the future, and just his thoughts on Jamaica's football, male and female. So he will be here with us this Friday. We have a former national player that we'll be having as well this in this week. Listen, we need some super stickers and super chats. Well, we can't do that anymore, so you can use a Zelle to send something. You understand? We did promise you a big coach, former national player, legend. It is going to happen in this week as well, so you can look out for that. Now, I don't know. I felt like Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander should have been dropped. Should have been red carded, not dropped. Red carded. Red carded in that game. What do you think, people? I think Liverpool got away with one over the weekend, and I also believe that Manchester, right? United got away with one in their game. I think those two teams got calls in their favor. What is funny, Demo? Call me Demo. Call Demo. Should Virgil van Dijk, should Trent Alexander, should he have been red carded? All right, the straight red card, I thought, for Trent. There you go. Yeah, so Virgil van Dijk got a rightfully so, but Trent should have been red carded. I'm asking you again, Demo. Unseen, if you send him the link, use Instagram. So I'm to your phone. Unseen. So what if I post? Unseen, I'm post the link right here. So see the link here, Unseen. What may I have to use Instagram? See the link there, Unseen. Because we're soon close. Come on. Demo, you want me to call you? Demo, should Trent Alexander-Arnold, should he have been red carded? Simple question. As an Arsenal fan, I thought Tomiyasu should not have been red carded. You were saying that it's a red card. You, Demo, saying that it was. Okay, let Demo explain himself. Go ahead, Demo, Liverpool.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Say that again whenever I hear you. Say that again.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Good afternoon, and
You who think that Liverpool should not have bought Darwin Núñez. How you doing?
I'm perfectly fine. How are you after dropping points to a 10-man Fulham team at home?
You know, my coach is experimenting. Man acting like I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. We sold Granit Xhaka. All we needed to do was to replace him with Declan Rice. This coach is changing the end. I don't know. I don't know. You know, but don't worry.
Playing right back after Ben White was so good at right back.
Maybe Jason gonna need to come and explain to me how we sold Granit Xhaka, and Granit Xhaka just needed Declan Rice to replace him. So what we have done, we have changed up. We have brought. I don't know. Like Arteta, well, I've sent his medication to him, so I think it's gonna be better versus Manu. But I want to hear from. Unseen is here as well. He has just joined. But tell me a little bit about Trent Alexander, because you said Tomiyasu should have been red carded.
So no, but before, like me said Tomiyasu should get red card.
Yes, and you said that it should not have been it was not a penalty that we got, and that remember
was what I was talking about. The penalty. When rob Palace. That's what Palace didn't get after the man kicked down the man in the box. That's what I was talking. Do you remember not about Tomiyasu? The penalty must say when rob Crystal Palace box.
So was that a red card for Trent?
So tell me. No, but hold on now. More know first of all. They did watch the match, man, because that was a Sunday. I'm sure you were at church.
You watched the match?
Yes, I did.
So you don't go much. So you don't go church. So you don't go church.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We go church online Sunday. I tell you.
No, I know, man. No, man. We watch highlights and things. You know, you can watch all the highlights.
Yeah,
and things. Yeah.
So that's out of the way. Because a lot of people come with a bag of opinion based off of clips so them see. So tell me, why Trent should I get a red card?
Why shouldn't he? You can ask me ask you the question, and now you turn around and ask me the question in reverse.
Platform and say the man should I get a red card, man. I may say to you, that's funny because we really want to know if you watch the match to see why him to get a red card. Somebody says straight red in the comments. We're trying to forget a straight red. What was his offense? What did he do? Like nobody can tell me, don't it? Because we never watch the match. All right, cool. So Trent got a yellow card very early, because he kicked with the ball.
So Jason Guna is saying that he had a yellow card and pulled a shirt with a foul, which normally is an automatic yellow.
Okay, so here's the thing. So that's me just explain. Like probably the second minute of the game or the third minute, whenever it was, Trent get a yellow card for kicking away the ball. Zin?
Same like Tamayasu was wasting time. They said Tamayasu was wasting time and he got a yellow card. Yeah.
No, but people get yellow card for wasting time all the while. But this new rule thing will very stupid. I think them are going to change eventually. With everybody I get yellow cards so easily for say something to the referee and all of them nonsense here. Like it's so ridiculous. But anyway, he got a yellow card for that. And then soon, like literally probably a minute after, the talk where everybody had talked about him barely pull the man's shirt.
Same thing with Tamiyasu.
No, but my thing is, how is that a straight red?
No, second yellow. No. Second yellow.
No, somebody said, oh, okay, all right. So it's like the referee uses discretion, seeing that the man just literally just booked the man in the yellow card so early in the game. Him using discretion and say, all right, him Trent upon a like an orange because it's so early in the game. We can understand referee using them discretion for that. Like so soon after you get a stupid yellow card for kicking away the ball, the man now go just give you a next yellow card right after that. And like if you make a rush.
Are we saying that players should not be yellow carded for kicking away the ball then?
No, that's nonsense.
So a player kicking away the ball. So a player intentionally kicking away the ball should not be yellow carded.
It wasn't. But the thing
no. Forget about Trent. Forget about Trent. Generally in football, when a player it's not your kick and you kick away the ball, or it goes out and you kick it away, you should not be yellow carded. Is that what you're saying, Dima?
I am saying it's all in context, man. Like people kick with the ball all the time. Sometimes out of frustration, them kick it way up in the crowd. Sometimes them just get a foul and then just barely roll it off and kick it and still kick with the ball. Like it depends on how you do it and your intention. Like if the man foul him and him believes it's not a foul and him just roll the ball out for a goal or over the throwing line or something. We give the man a yellow card for that.
Isn't that dissent?
It is, and that's what I say.
Should a player be yellow carded for dissent?
In context, man. If the man barely roll off the ball, he still consider kick with the ball, but he do it in a totally different way.
See, Arsenal fan is reminding me that Martinelli got 2 yellow cards in seconds for Arsenal.
Okay, at what point in the game?
It doesn't matter. It was
the game did just start, man. When Trent kick with the ball to get the first yellow.
So a man can't get a straight roll. A man can't get a straight red when the game just start. Your first tackle of the game. Okay, so the time of the game don't matter then, Demo.
If the kick with the ball,
of course.
Because never make a rush tackle to get the first yellow, man. It was a kick with the ball incident and get the first yellow. In the first couple minutes of the game. The referee see the man barely pull the man's shirt. It wasn't no wild tackle for the one way they might call about anyway. And the ref say, all right, I just book you a while ago for the descent, whatever. we not go book you for the pulling of the shirt. What wrong with that? That is not no. It's not no.
All right, Demo, we
big
cannot.
thing for
Demo,
people
what
to fuss
all I'm
over
saying, Demo, is that we
bullshit.
cannot say time of the game because if when you pass off that ball in the circle, I tackle you, bad. It's a yellow card or a red card in the first play of the game. So the time of the game, we have to get rid of that. It don't matter. Dissent should not be accepted at any point of the game. The call go against you. You leave the ball. You know, show no form of dissent. It don't matter what point of the game it is. So it is a yellow card. It don't matter what point. And the next one was a foul. So it is a second yellow.
And all right, so I am saying, Uno has said that, but the referee used him discretion to know, say, listen, you're going to ruin the game by doing something like that.
But when he
You
gave
can't
Tommy,
ruin the
when he
game.
gave Tommy after the yellow red card, it ruined the game for Arsenal as well.
Yeah, but not in the first 5 minutes.
So no, Demo, but if I get the red card in the last 10 minutes, in the last 5 minutes, is it any better?
Man is man. I think we are dwell on this. Come on and get to the game.
All right, get
Like,
into the
me
game.
not
Go ahead and talk about the game. Go ahead, sir.
The man, like, me not understand.
All right, you
People
go
make
ahead.
a big deal over
All right,
this
you go ahead. You go ahead and
because
talk about the game now. Talk about Darwin Núñez.
No. First of all, the new rule, by the way, like I said earlier, it is very ridiculous. If you try question the referee, them start just give yellow card, and there's going to be so many red cards this season. It's just so ridiculous. Them need to look into that already, right? So I even hear people touting this Newcastle team, so them are go try to challenge, and all of them suck me and one bag of nonsense. Like me no know. But coming into this game, I was very confident so we're gonna beat Newcastle because we basically own Newcastle. Like we beat Newcastle so many times when them hype them up. Last season was the same thing with Carvalho scoring in the last minute again. We just always seem to beat Newcastle and think this is like Jurgen Klopp 13 or 14 times beating Eddie Howe when him have teams against him. So we own these guys, whether home or away, right? So we're coming at the game. Obviously, we know so we don't have a. What a person say he didn't kick out with the ball. He threw the ball on the field thinking, yeah, but boss, that's what I mean. All right, he never kicked with the ball, him threw the ball. But we know the incident.
The job of the referee
right?
is to enforce the rules of the game equally to both teams in a game. The truth is, LFC and the likes of Man U benefit from referees, quote unquote, discretion.
So we every team get. I don't understand. This not happen to just Man U and Liverpool. Why it's anybody watch that game and thinks the Newcastle get some calls. Them very biased or very untruthful. Because that referee was horrible towards Liverpool during that game. Horrible. And the same referee, when the man did step in a gap for chest last season and the mark did it, never give a red card. The man have some agenda against Liverpool. I'm gonna know why, but you can say whatever. Trent should get a red card, blah, 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 whatever. Right? So we came into the game, for me, very confident. And I mean, me no buy this hype of Newcastle. I don't think that they'll finish high up in the standings either. Like I say, I don't have them making the top 4, not even making the top 6. And while I rate Eddie Howe as a manager, he completely missed the trick in that game. When they were so dominant, I mean, we had our chances early up too. But when we lost Van Dijk, which, by the way, if you show you some no bias, I thought it was a red card to Van Dijk. So we're good. You happy to say that man is man? Like we're good.
Me ask about Trent. Yeah, tell me about Van Dijk. But go ahead.
So
go ahead.
So I mean, you think him catch the ball too, but him catch the man, and it can be questioned whether is the last man challenge or whatever. But him get the red. I'm fine with that, right? But when we were 1-0 down and playing with 10 men. And Newcastle never kill off that game, I know so we'd have to come back and win the game, man. Like I just could have feel it. Zine, and I have to shout out to Alisson, the best goalkeeper on this planet, because he made a world-class save off of Almiron, pick it out of the pigeon and put it on the post, and Like he's always been outstanding, and him keep winning the game. And we miss a few chances. So did with them name Newcastle. Harvey Barnes came on, and we were still 1-0 down, and him have the chance to cross the ball to, I think it was Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
And him go for glory. I mean, tell you see what, like, they just didn't kill half the game. And from don't do that against us who were so good on the counter. There's always going to be a chance. And honestly, when Nunes came on and Jota came on, I think that the substitutions Klopp made, they were perfect. Everything just worked out. Harvey Elliott, everybody who Klopp bring on, especially when we take off Matip and all of that. Everybody who Klopp bring on were outstanding when they came on. And so Darwin Nunes in the half come on because we're chase a goal. Everybody are going to depend me now about, you know, rate Darwin Nunes, blah, 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 blah. I still do not rate Darwin. Nothing has changed. Like, the man is still a club for me. The first chance him get, a man play through. I don't remember who played through. Him get for control the ball. Right? The man miscontrol the ball and make the ball go behind him when he was going to be 1-on-1. So that was the first chance he got. And people not going to mention it because him scored 2 goals. So, for me, him still have a long way to go before I start to rate him or whatever, but he came a long way doing so with them 2 goals. He was clutch. Like, it's like an instant replay. And when he came on, the pace that he has obviously going to cause some problem. But we don't know, after Nunes scored a goal there, and it go 1-1, and I was satisfied with that point, Zine, but when they scored that goal, I don't understand how Newcastle allow Liverpool with 10 men for every time we go up on the counter, a 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 when them have 11 players and we have 10. It was so ridiculous. I mean, like, what happened to Newcastle? Like, but I don't understand. So I found that very strange. And then Salah, obviously, he was pretty much dead throughout the whole game. And then him find the magic true pass to Nunes again, clutch finish again. That looked like the Benfica Darwin Nunes in terms of finishing. And listen, man, like, we do what we do against Newcastle. We win it late and send them there home. And we'll get 3 points unbeaten and we go again. So, I don't know. Nunes, he also gets a yellow card for the stupidness. Him kick with the ball too. And get a yellow card. Like,
okay. Salah is going to end up in Saudi Arabia or him staying at Liverpool?
Well, listen.
I'm just asking.
I don't know if this is no. I don't know if this is it was a plot by Newcastle who are owned by Saudis. But as soon as they're ready for play, they may see this rumor thing come up and bidding for Salah, and it's going to be him last game and all of this nonsense. Salah is 100% going to be at Liverpool. He will not be leaving Liverpool, especially this year. We can talk about next season, maybe, but it's definitely not happening this year. So all of this thing and sensationalism, that's going to wear off soon, and Salah is not for sale. So to win that game with 10 players, to Newcastle 11 whom here go challenge for the league, that's what mentality monsters are about. While I saw somebody else drawing to a team with 10. So it was all well and good for me.
All right, Diva. I know you're on the work, but I appreciate it. At some point we're gonna talk about the Rain PL, or is it still the CPL or the Rain PL? Which one?
Yeah. Well, but at least we get in some game. Yesterday and the day before, so we'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Bless up. Jamaica look good. Even though Ravman Paul is still not not with the team. They're really looking good.
Yeah. So big up.
Yeah, man. All right, cool, Devo. Are you leading? I see you leading the fantasy league, man.
No, but here's the thing.
Well, you're not really leading. Right, you're not really leading yet. Jason leading.
Well, no. Yeah, but you need to just inscribe my name in the plates because there's no way I'll be losing.
We'll see. No. Remember, some person. No. Remember, some person started late. You know, that's the only reason why you lead. Because if you go by it, because they didn't start the first week. Yeah. So they missed a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's not my issue.
Yeah, but they're going to pass you.
All
Trust
I am
me.
saying is, I don't think the managers in this, they're on my level, you know. So just inscribe my name in it and we'll talk.
We can see. All right, bless up. All
Yeah.
right, that was Devo. All right, and then in studio we have Unseen Sports TV, who he has been unseen for quite a while, playing a lot of games with Charlie Mount. No, he's here. He's back. Unseen, what says you, man? Go ahead. We're not hearing you, Unseen. Are you not muted? We're not hearing you. You're not muted. Because we will start calling you unheard. We're still not hearing you. We're not hearing you. So I think we're going to change the name from unseen to unheard. Or not or not heard. It's a Demo says Jason good and Jason Demo say you guys are not at the managers in this thing not at his level. So he said that you guys are not at his level. So we should inscribe his name on the I am sure fantasy league shield, because he's certainly going to be the winner. All right, let's see. It's not too late for you to join the I am sure Sports Fantasy League. All you have to do, go to the description of this video. You will see it there, and the code is also at the end of the link that is there. You can join. You may be far behind, but you can always catch up by making good selections. It is not too late. You can go ahead and do that. All right, waiting on Unseen to rejoin the program. I wonder if he knows how to get this. Let me see if I can help him. Don't know what is going on with Unseen. I think he's back. So let's see if we are hearing him now. Okay, go ahead. I think
Mic
we
check
hear you
1,
now.
2, 3.
Yeah,
You hear me,
microphone
man's
check.
man?
Yeah, microphone, not mic. We're not checking no mic around here. Microphone check 1, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah, welcome to the show. Been a while.
Yeah, been a while. Big up to the people in the comment section. Big up Money's Man as always, coming with these big shows on the YouTube space. Yes, Money's Man. I like the topic. Start off with the World Championship. But I think you reached EPL now and VAR.
Yeah, man, it's
I
your
think
time.
Trent should,
We have like 13. We have like 13 or so minutes. So, 23 minutes. So we're just going to close it off in 3 hours. So you can take up anyone you want and go ahead and just give your thoughts on, the topics as you see fit.
okay, so the domestic youth player not cutting it. I share the same sentiments with you. Where you say like for the girls, I mean, I break it down. You talk about how much games each country playing, like Jamaica versus the USA. Girls playing schoolboy football not going to play the amount of games like a US, a girl in an academy overseas, and you put them, match them up together. It it doesn't look good for Jamaica, because games going to develop players faster than just training, and in Jamaica you're going to play like maybe 16 games for the schoolboy season. You go to the final, that don't make no sense. So you're right with what you're saying, man, about the games, and I think the quota system thing. And we don't need the national team for showcase the talent to the world. What we need is you need a club, somebody in your club to try to get a team out of Jamaica for play more games overseas. Like what Cavaliers do, Phoenix do it, Ballers do it, Cave, Kingston Football Academy do it now. So that is the way out, I think, and stop use the national team as a way out for sell players. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
EPL and VAR,
So
no money, man. Trent should get a ring. Yeah, man. I agree with that big time. EPL and VAR, no. Trent should get a red card. Don't matter what time of the game, they commit something against the law, you're supposed to get the penalty.
Yeah? The
So
penalty
Demo can't say anything when he wants to say.
or the red card?
And then here, huh?
Yeah.
Some of me, man,
Or the red,
you
or the
when you
red
get
card. You said penalty
the red card.
or red card.
No,
Okay.
I'm not talking about penalty in the game. I talk about
Okay.
yeah,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
red
The penalty for the infraction. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the infraction, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm here. Demo say about Allison take out one out of the pigeon, lick the ball upon the post. He never take out another pigeon. The man kick the ball straight at him. The speed rate that come with though, it was a good reaction save. But he never take the ball upon the pigeon. You understand me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you're a track and
That
field
really
man.
affect the game though.
Yeah.
The coach.
Yeah. Sorry.
We
Go
so go
ahead,
to
go
track
on.
and field, man. So the coach though, for Newcastle, may feel away and feel like the referee really give you Liverpool a lifeline, you know. So they have 2 red card. They get 2 red card, and it'll be easier for them. But 10 man,
Oh yeah,
you know, an excuse.
because they would be playing to 9. They would be playing with 9. That's what I'm saying, and they would have lost that player early. Yeah.
Right. Your Divo, stop the badges.
So talk to me about your Chelsea
Now what
team.
you give me, Divo?
What are your thoughts on your Chelsea team?
I think
this season.
Pochettino trying to get them to play more. The defense line though giving me a problem, man. Defense giving me a problem. I think we'll get it though. I think I don't see us winning the league yet. I think we are going to be in the top 4.
In the top 4, okay. So who is your top 4?
We have a lot of work to put. A lot of work.
Who is your top 4?
Yeah. Chelsea in their City. I think Liverpool is going to be there. Manchester United.
Okay, so
City,
Arsenal don't make
Liverpool,
Chelsea.
yeah.
Chelsea. So Arsenal not making the top 4.
No, sir. Maybe not the top 10, but not top 4.
and Tottenham not making the top 4. The team who finished so many points ahead of Chelsea. Leading Chelsea, no. Not going to make a top 4. Okay, all right.
The league just start, man. Just calm down. Remember, when time you are lead the league, the odds is still against you for win the league.
So you have Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea in your top 4. Okay. All right. And you said Chelsea having problems defensively, but you still have them in the top 4. Okay. A team that finished outside of the top 10.
I'll fix it because I'm going to score a goal.
Okay, I hear you.
I'll fix it. You ever see Chelsea 2 seasons back to back?
You know that Chelsea is presently at 10th. And they have lost that game. You know that Chelsea have lost a game already. Are you not aware?
Yeah.
All right. You know that City has lost, West Ham, Tottenham has lost, Liverpool, Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, and Man U. And you believe that Chelsea is going to finish ahead of all of those teams?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
The league just started on man. The league just started.
So what you want to judge it based on last season?
From now. When we're supposed to lose.
Okay.
No, man, we are predict. Yeah, man, to the track. You want to go to the track and field now? Can you ask like you want to some track and field?
Man U lost a game as well. Man U lost to Spurs. But go ahead, man.
The question on track and field.
No, man. I see the question there. Great world champs marred by many bad decisions. Just what are your thoughts on the overall performances and some of the decisions that were made by the coaches in terms of the relays and stuff like that? Just give us your thoughts. And then you can close out. Yeah, man.
Yeah, look, the decision to put in some persons in the relay team, it send up, a type of message that, hey, something is wrong here. You understand me, man? Is one, especially the Ilian Thompson. Why you take out Ilian Thompson? Well, one of the fastest splits, in the Eats from all countries, 9.90. You take her out, you put in Natasha Morrison. I understand that. You understand me? You just understand that. In the mixed relay, start off by the mixed relay.
Remember, Natasha Morrison finished what? Second at the trials.
Yeah, but you have to look at experience sometimes. You have to look at what is happening now at the meet.
Okay.
And in the warm-up session and stuff like that. Remember, she can feel different, We are know, the point at which where it is now. And that work, that work. Check on it. But you have to give and take still because, Ilian Thompson could have been at the race, see me man. I will still lose because, pocket rocket, knee. You could have seen it in the video, so she you understand me, just bring it, she just try bring it, so we could have get a medal. You understand my man? When she try to go in an acceleration phase now, for pull well left, Tanisha Terry couldn't work out, Terry actually gain meters on her, so couldn't work.
No, I think because Shelly, you can see that Shelly's knee was giving her a problem coming to the end of the back stretch. I think Pioneer was saying that earlier. That is why Sasha Lee Forbes kind of had to stop to basically don't let her run the full distance. I think Shelly felt the knee, but she didn't want to stop, so she started losing momentum.
Right. We have to big her up for that, because some of the athletes them are stopping them, man. Stopping them. No silver medal for Jamaica.
Yeah, I think it was good that she finished it. Yeah, but I mean,
remember issue though with the mixed relay though. It's like we don't want to win it. I think we had better athletes in the pool that could have run the Eats.
I'm telling you. Listen, I said that
at least qualify for the final. Okay, I make some money. Just throw anybody in there.
I know that we could have even found I don't know. Even if we had to find some of the young people who run for the 4x4 the world youth championships. I don't know. I am concerned that like I don't know if it is the name of it, but Jamaica seem like they have no interest in doing it.
And then now you have people speaking out on the coach, and this is decision.
Yeah, like I told some persons, I think though Taekwondo Tracy may have a point. Yet, the burden of proof is always going to be with him. And I think you cannot prove because court don't go by, just say something. You have to can prove what you say. I think there's going to be some problems if it should go to court because I don't think he can prove that Maurice Wilson did those things intentionally and deliberately. So I think he's going to have a problem with the burden of proof. Yeah.
Hard to prove.
Hard to prove that the person, the personal vendetta, that element, he can't, and that is so. And if you can't prove it, then you leave yourself open to some sort of lawsuit. But I mean, Taekwondo Tracy may be at the place where he says, I don't need to do this. I can always run on the international scene without competing for Jamaica. I can do diamond leagues and make money because you understand me? I think it will be very hard. I don't foresee him being in any more Jamaican teams. I almost feel like he has to be running some fast times and finishing in the top. If he finishes outside of the top, whatever, I don't think they're going to pick him in any relays. He has to make the team by qualifying as first or second or third. First, second or third. Yeah, because I think those sentiments will not be well received.
The top guns, then we are come up now, Not gonna make it this. But I think the coaching staff need to do an evaluation though.
I think they do. I think they normally, I think they normally do. I would not be surprised also if Maurice Wilson. I don't think you will see Maurice Wilson leading any more teams. I think I feel like he's going to walk away.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he's going to just walk
No,
away from all the controversy.
too
We
much
will
benefits
see.
up on the top, man.
Yeah, but I think he has,
No,
yeah.
too much benefits up on the top, and
So
too much
let's
money
see.
to be made.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
Not
those guys
walking
are
away
going to
money.
make money whether or not. Those guys have many positions in Nakak and all of those places. They're making money sometimes whether they go to these global events or not. These global events, I think, sometimes are just like icing on the cake for them. I think. But listen, Unseen, I don't know enough,
Yes,
but yeah.
it's
But you
icing on
know
the
what?
cake.
It's just icing on the cake, man. Them already have the whole cake, not even a slice of it. But you know that I have to run or walk, you know. But I always good to see them and looking forward to Charlie Mount. The Costa Cup is a few weeks away.
Walk,
So who is the first game?
We know you're gonna come with that too.
Who is the first game? Who is the first game?
We're playing on the TV the 13th of September. We're playing Youthland High School, 1:30 on Sports Max. So people can tune in. You'll see Unseen Sports and
13th of
Kevin Meeks,
September.
Elfutur Academy on the sideline giving instruction.
Okay, that's a
So,
Wednesday.
13th of September.
Reggae Boys play Tuesday night.
Yeah,
You
that's
play
how it is.
Wednesday. All right.
Yes, on TV. So you'll see Unseen Sports and Elfutur Academy on the sideline issuing out instruction. Maybe sitting down like Pep and just watch them play proper football.
All right. So you're anticipating a victory in your first game?
Yes, I think in my mind I want to make a statement on TV. So we're gonna pump up the boys and get the job
I mean,
done.
what kind of statement you want to make?
Score some goals, move the ball around properly, and get the 3 points.
Okay. All right, boss. Get the 3 points, score some goals, move the ball around properly. All right. The 13th of September, 1:30, Sports Max, Charlie Mount versus Hewerton FC.
Sports
What is your
Max.
post? What is your post?
High school at FC.
Huh?
Huh?
Are you physical trainer and assistant coach, or are you assistant coach?
Mine is one assistant coach, trainer, sports massage therapist, injury management, right across the board.
So you are going to, when a player get injured, you are the person who run out on the field and them thing there too?
Yeah.
So you are,
yes.
okay. And when the player them want massage before the game, are you deal with that? And you are the assistant coach. And see, it sound like the coaching staff that they don't look like the team that kind of team. Oh yeah, one man have so much position, man. Careful, man. You can't do so many things, man.
No, man, I'm gonna leave when it starts, I'm gonna leave a couple of the position, man. I'm gonna leave a couple of the position. I'm gonna leave the assistant role. I give to somebody else.
Oh, so you won't be the assistant
and just
coach.
The physical and the sports.
Oh, so you're just with the man who run out with the water bottles and those things, and the cold spray and them things.
Yeah,
and
maybe. No, maybe the second round will leave with the assistant coach. Second round.
Oh, if you make the second round. If you make the second round, cause Coach Minister McGraw made the second round, and Dintila made the second round.
Coach means the can't say what I said because Coach means the can't say what I said. For sure, no. No third place now come out of that group there. So a dog in that group. I know what it is.
So Dintila McGraw.
The 5 team in the group.
Yeah, so Dintil, Magra, Yuatan, Charlie Mount, and who? Bagwa. Okay.
Yeah.
and you certain
so
say you coming out. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure me I come out. Me know if Magra come out, I didn't tell him. No, me I come out.
All right, sir. All right, you say that. Anyways, no, Braxton area, I think Shelly did an ultrasound and they say it's not as serious. So No, man, it's not the end of Shelley. Shelley will be at the Olympics. I think the Olympics will be the last like competitive global event that
You
that
sure?
she runs. Yeah, man. I see Demo
You
calling
sure?
back. So we
You
have
sure?
5 minutes to go. So let's see what Demo have to say, and then we go. Demo.
Yeah, man, just quickly, man, because I see the name I call up on the thing again in the comment section, right? About the Nunes thing. No, but just want to say this quickly. I think, well, I know, I think, many Liverpool fans, I'm not gonna say all, many Liverpool fans will agree that at the back end of last season, we were excellent. A man is man, as an Arsenal fan, I don't know if you agree with that. Forget that chase there for almost make the top four. The back end of the season, probably the last 10 games, where we did unbeaten and beat everybody. You remember that?
Yeah, man. You did
year?
well at the back end of the season. Yeah, man, definitely.
You would agree. So we're really good. And through all of that, the system that we were playing was Gakpo as a 9, Salah on the right, Jota on the left. Zine forget to show where we get through. And every Liverpool fan did fine with that. Now, we come into this season, and people all of a sudden now start rate Darwin Núñez, who, whenever he did come into the team, I play on the left-hand side and wasn't playing as the 9 anyway. But him scored 2 goals against Newcastle, and everybody are going to talk about, like, him need to start and me need to rate him more and whatever. Like, me not understand. What changed? Him scored 2 goals. Like, what changed? The back end of last season, we were brilliant, and Gakpo was our 9, false 9. Zine? So I don't understand why me now all of a sudden need to start rate the man now because him scored 2 goals against Newcastle. Bro, Darwin Núñez is an average footballer. I'm going to forget the person who put the comment. I don't remember his name right now. He's an average footballer. I will not regret what I said about him. And it's just personal preference. I come on here, I'm a 7 or 8 Erling Haaland boss. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, and you still rate Erling Haaland.
No, he's not my type of forward, brother. Bro, Erling Haaland must have 9 touch of the ball yesterday. Man, watch him, man. The man look horrible. Like, me can't, like, him score a bag of goals. Okay, fine. He's an alien at scoring goals, but he's not my type of footballer and forward. I don't understand why, if me don't rate Erling Haaland,
I don't like
people don't rate Núñez. Like, I don't understand. Bro, no need for just, have my
we don't understand the rationale. Yeah, you're not rating.
What you say?
I can't understand the rationale behind hating Erling Haaland. I don't like it, Erling Haaland.
No, I don't hate him. I just don't rate him. I respect what he does.
You don't rate him.
Obviously, you have to respect what the man do.
The man is a world-class striker. You don't rate him.
Yeah, but you see, my thing is, if I'm going to say this, no man is man, the place I go mash up. Erling Haaland pretty much do less than what Lukaku do, you know, in terms of overall football play, you know.
Huh?
Him score more goals than Lukaku, but him do less than
what? Demo.
You still not show you and don't read.
Me not say nothing yet, Demo. Me just call on him. Demo. You see the Lukaku thing that we just said, and Haaland. You know that when we do the JPL show, may have got that, Demo. Me think they are work and you're probably distracted. You understand me? Me like talk to you when
stressed out.
What me say wrong a while ago?
Stressed out.
Demo. Erling Haaland is miles ahead of Lukaku.
You hear me say him not miles ahead?
But you say him don't do as much. You're saying that he does.
The reason why he's miles ahead is because he scores a ton load of goals.
So what is he supposed to? All right. So if hold on. So what you're saying to me then, Demo, is that if he scored less goals, if he scored like half the goals that he scored and was playing like Lukaku, you'd have rated him.
No, I'm not rate Lukaku either. That's show only bias.
Right.
You don't rate Lukaku, but you don't rate Haaland. You don't rate none of them. That's the best way you put it. Lukaku is the man, one of the biggest goal scorers in the EPL. And he's one of the biggest goal scorers in country. And then still don't rate him. Because what? Him touch water down. Same with Haaland. Him don't link up play as much. Same with Haaland. Him can hold up the ball just like Haaland.
Gakpo or Haaland, who is better?
Who is a better footballer?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Gakpo all day long. Easily.
Gakpo.
Who is a better goal scorer? Haaland.
No. I'm talking about because Haaland plays number 9. Who is the best number 9 in the world right now?
The best number 9 at scoring goals?
Well, I'd caveat to the
Where
thing.
you have to put it?
So what is
So
the
number
number 9?
nine-
Is there a best number 9
role and
without
function.
scoring goal? Let me ask you that. Who is the best number 9 without scoring goal?
Yeah.
Seen that scoring goal. Is there a best number 9 who's not supposed to score a goal?
The best number 9 with not scoring as many goals are probably Firmino. Probably Bobby Firmino. Well, not right now, but in years gone back, Bobby Firmino.
Right now,
That falls 9.
Demo, but isn't the first role of a number 9 is to score goals?
No, man is man. On a big football analyst, on a can't do this.
Demo, what is the first role of a number 9? Demo, what is the primary? All right, hold on. Let me ask you a question, Demo. No, Demo. No. I didn't say they don't have different roles. Let me ask you. Is the primary role of Alisson to kick the ball out to Salah or to stop goals from scoring as a goalkeeper? What is his primary function?
Alisson's primary role is for save
the
ball.
All right, so that is at the. Let me let me finish.
Ask him the role and function in my player.
So
like you understand the role and function.
If we agree, Demo, that the primary role of Alisson is not so much his excellent passing. Though that is a secondary function, the primary function is to stop the ball from going in the goal. The primary function of the number 9 is to get the ball in the back of the net. Other things are important. What are you talking about?
Man, because let me just say it quick. I know yesterday show I run gone in a something I'm not even. Man, for Liverpool in their prime with Bobby Firmino, Salah and Mane, Bobby's Firmino, we're the number 9, but that was not his primary role. Or his primary role was to drop deep and supply to our primary goal scorers, which were Salah and Mane.
No. Let me tell you what happened. Mane and Salah were better goal scorers than Firmino. They were better goal. If Firmino, listen to me. Let me answer you. If Haaland was in that team, Salah and Mane would give him way more assists than Firmino was giving them because he is better at the primary function of a number 9. It is because Firmino was not as lethal in front of goal as Haaland, why they had to use him in a different capacity.
Man. Yeah, listen to what I say.
But the primary function of a score goal, Demo. The primary function of a number 9 is to score goals.
Bobby Firmino was not to score goals. That was not his primary function. That is what I'm telling you. I'm not asking you.
All right, listen.
Our primary goal scorer was a number 11 and a number 10. All
right, so here's it. Here's what's going on, Demo. We have got to continue the show because we've gone past the 3 hours, right? But it look like you are.
One is when you do a function for each position.
Yeah, Demo. Cranky says Demo is correct concerning Haaland and Lukaku. However, disagree with him on Nunes. You guys are not listening to what Demo is saying. Then he says Demo is doing so well. No, listen now. Here's what. Let me finish now. Him said Demo was doing so well, and then he has to mess up.
No, because of the Nunes.
What man, before he mess up, him say it, say people
before
might
the game, before the game is laughing, saying, "What are you discussing, Cranky? I'm gonna have you, cause this level of football discussion is above Man's one pay grade. I'm gonna have you, Andre, take a Demo on this one." Demo, bless up.
But Cranky agree with me. Why am I gonna take me?
It's all right. Don't worry yourself. When Cranky sit down, when Cranky leave work and him have him coffee later, him gonna realize that he could not be agreed with what you were saying. All right, big up yourself. Big up Nemo. All right, Unseen, bless up
Big up
yourself, you
Nemo.
know, because we're going to run. Yeah, man, and we're going to run, you know, one thing. So, people, thanks to every one of you for being a part of the show. Remember, as usual, if you have not yet subscribed to I Am Sure Sports, go ahead and do so. Go and check out Unseen Sports TV as well. Also, make sure that you hit the like button. All right. Remember, the number you see, what you see going there is that for those of you who have not been able, because like I said, we're having some situation with the super chat and super sticker. And some of you did promise that, okay, you're going to Zelle. We're not seeing that yet. You understand me? Big up to all the persons so far who have used that option. think God bless you. I've used that option of Zelling. I think Kyle. Oh geez. There is Drew. Yeah, and a couple of others. Thanks for using the option of Zelle to support the channel. But I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports, and as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, you know how it goes. You know what we say. This is the man over there, Unseen, big coach over there. He says the 13th of September, big game on Sportsmax TV
On the
and
TV,
sitting on
on
the
30.
sideline. You understand me? You know how it goes when you get to this point of the show. We say we are over and we are O-U-T. Bam, out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New This. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard-Race, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha, yeah. Someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.